Hello, everybody. Welcome to Peaks live stream. I'm your host for today. My name is Shaun, Ace Shaun. You could visit me on Twitter, send me a message, Ace Shaun at Twitter. We're doing some really cool stuff over here at Peaks. Ace Social, the sponsor for tonight's live stream. We're giving away 5% of a player, and you guys get to pick the player tonight. So pretty. Um, we're gonna do a random draw. We're gonna give away 5%. But get this, I talked to the owners at Peaks, and they said they're gonna match whatever you win and give you time at Peaks. So you win $100, you get $100 in time. So they're gonna match our 5% and give it to you. How freaking cool is that? So not only are you playing for $100 in cash, you're or 5% in cash, you're also playing for 5% in time. So this is the only live stream that does it. So welcome to Tuesday night. It's gonna be a banger tonight, guys. We've got Mac, we've got Brad, we've got Hogan, Dory, Zeal, Mirachi Mike, Jeho, Peter. We've got some players tonight, guys, and it's gonna be action packed. Remember too, tonight we're doing a 1-3 DC, which is dealer's choice. So there'll be two buttons, one's opposite, one's the regular deal button that you're used to. When the two buttons line up, the player gets to call out any flop game. So it could be Pineapple, it could be Omaha, Congress, '08, um, any flop game. So it's going to be kind of fun there. They're also doing a $25 flip. So they're just essentially flipping cards and a bomb pot. So they do a bomb pot first and they'll flip. So you're talking about having a really good time. Tonight's gonna be really, really fun. Lastly, in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna have a special guest in tonight. He goes by Silver Fox. You guys might know him here at Peaks as Greg, and we'll get to know everybody. So it'll be pretty cool. It'll be pretty fun tonight. Be action packed, like I said, and I'll go over a couple bios with everybody, um, and you'll get to know the players a little bit better. If you haven't been to Peaks in a while, you should really come. Uh, they've revamped the poker room. It's absolutely beautiful here. They've got some awesome swag, and the players are just super nice. The owners of Peaks are poker players themselves. They're very heavily invested in this game, in this room. So you'll notice that this is kind of a players place. They've got foosball, they've got other games, chess, and things like that that you can play. Now, if you're off of work and you want to come by after lunch, or you want to swing by and take a look at see what's playing, make sure that you go to Poker Atlas, check it out. You can sign up and register on Poker Atlas, and come on down to Peaks. Always a great game. Always a game happening here. Pretty fun. For the month of October, they are doing some promos. Uh, they are still doing the $1 new promo. So if you are new to Peaks and you haven't been before, make sure you come by and take a look. For the month of October, uh, $14 monthly membership, $150 annual membership, and you buy 200 in time, you get an additional $100 in free time. So, if you're part of the industry, you work at other poker rooms, or you're first responder, veteran, active military, you get 50% off all your membership rates and 10% off at the bar for food. Again, we're Peaks Social. We're located at 1231 Wycliffe Avenue, just in the heart of downtown, called the Design District in Dallas. So Dallas, Texas, Peaks. Tonight's game is sponsored by Ace High Social, and we're giving away 5% of a player. Looking forward to talking to all of you guys soon. The chat is live, guys. So if you want to chat and talk to me, I'll be here. Joseph, what is going on, man? How are you doing, buddy? And Brandon, wait, y'all till I come next week. Vince knows me well. LOL, Dawson. All right, Dawson, it's good to see you. And I'm glad you're here. The first hand is going to be a $25 bomb pot or $25 flip. So everybody's going to put $25 in the pot, and we're going to flip it out.
I'll answer. Hi. See, choose girlfriend.
Oh man, wish I wasn't paying for time. I got my glasses just because I knew you was gonna be here. Oh man.
You know how this goes.
All right, everybody. Good to be back here at Peaks. You noticed that we've handed out knit buttons.
Lose knit game $50. Well, you know what? I'll let you talk.
If you lose the knit game, it's $50. The clear button that you have in front of you, J-Ho, is a show button. So you can have someone show their winning hand. Oh, okay. Go ahead and pass out the knit button to this guy, Peter. When you get a chance.
I'm not thinking. I'm waiting. Toss that.
So the first hand is going to be a $25 flip. They're handing out knit buttons to everybody. What the knit button does is it's you're penalized for not playing hands or not winning hands. So the player just needs to win a hand and show their hand. They'll get rid of that knit button, and they won't owe a $50 fine. So you'll get fined $50 for keeping that knit button.
$25.
Yeah, we're gonna turn up the volume.
Yeah, I have a book. I have a book. I want to know.
I remember playing with you because I was
Do better.
Dawson, it will be great to see you next week. Dawson says on the stream on YouTube, on the chat, that he's going to be here next week. So it'll be awesome to see you next week and watch you play. I played against you a couple times, so that'll be fun too. So they're trying to get everything in order for the flip here. So everybody gets a 4-card hand. They can play it face up, and they'll flip. Essentially, it's just really a pot builder. We're trying to build pots, trying to get some players to play.
Wow.
If you win this pot, you end up winning, I think, a little over $200, a little under $200.
I thought they were sunglasses.
Pretty good. Again, we'll vote. I know we don't have all of our viewers here. We're going to wait a little bit, but we're going to vote for who you think this is going to be. Dawson, this is Shaun, Ace High Shaun on X. What's up, Poker Monkey? How are you doing?
Oh, too funny.
Oh, that could be me.
No, it's me.
I got this.
Come on, let's get some backdoor.
Oh, you already looked at your cards? That's no fun.
Come on, let's get it.
Looks like Action G here has the best of it. He turns another ace.
I'm drawing dead. I have like king, queen of spades.
Well, 7. You're not drawing dead.
Right now I am. Boom. Dead.
Oh, king 10.
Nope.
I'm gonna slow roll.
I still got 10 there.
And Mac's going to win with a set.
Oh, he's got 3.
So easy. So easy. This Mac guy.
Might have a straight. Queen jack. You missing the 10. You got straight.
Alright.
Nice hand.
Tell C8 he owes me $25.
That's right.
Well, sir, if he was in the hand. Okay.
That was a flip better for me.
That's right.
So yeah, $25. Just a
So Mac scoops that pot, $200. It's good start to his night. Last week we voted that Mac was going to be the big winner, and he really was. He had, I think, $2,000. So imagine winning 5% of 2,000, right? And just that last hand. Remember last week he was 1 out of 3 of diamonds, the only card that Eric could hit for the wheel, and boom, he hit it, and it cost Mac all of his profits. So it was a really, really tough night for Mac. But we'll see what Mac can do tonight. Dory is one of the owners at Peaks. You notice her; she's in the 3 seat. And Mariachi Mike, you guys have known him. He's played a while. He's a winner here, quite a bit. J-Ho in the 2 seat, a local Dallas player. And we got a new player, J-Ho and Action G. Action G is in the 7 seat tonight. And Action G, this might actually be a pretty good flop. Action G flops all diamonds. He's the only one with the diamond draw. And no one really has anything else. Mariachi Mike is just trying to steal this pot. He doesn't know that he's actually ahead, but he's drawing real thin. See how lucky Action G is going to be here on the turn. And for Mike to really blow him off, this puts a lot more outs than an 8 diamond makes the nut hand for Action G. Mike has chips. He's going to dust off here. Playing this out of position for $100, about 30% bet, and Action G has 18 out. If he wants to see that river, he should probably ship it. So we'll see how much action he has if he's just going to flat here. You know he's not going to fold. So here we're Action G deciding to raise or call. And he goes ahead and makes that call. And is Mariachi Mike brave enough to put a third bet all the streets, the third bet on that river? And you know what? Mariachi Mike actually has the winning hand here. The only way that Action G can win this hand is... So you see that check mark on Mariachi Mike? He doesn't know it, but he's bluffing with the best hand.
Yeah, I mean, it also would have helped if he didn't flop an ace off, so at least on the sled, you know? 160?
Crazy. 160 is the best.
Can I get your driver's license? Yeah, I think I gave it to the guy.
Oh, you already gave it to us?
Yeah.
Mariachi Mike shows the queen high. Gets rid of his nip button and takes down almost a $600 pot. Oh my gosh. And he gets the dealer button. You guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be a banger. If you're a moderately decent poker player, there's no reason that you should not be playing on the stream tonight. Heck, there's no reason you shouldn't be playing on the stream tonight. These guys are here to bet, here to gamble. So, Dawson, if you're listening right now, you need to sign up right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the list.
I'll just listen to like Madison's bitch all year and then see what happens by that. NBA or WNBA?
You got everybody? Seat 7.
Oh, sorry.
Call, fold.
Mac with the 10 deuce of clubs. And Hogan has a worse club draw, and Zeal is holding the 5 deuce. But J-Ho made the raise, and Action G calls with a 7-6 offsuit for 17. J-Ho is short stacking it here, and Action G also has a pretty short stack. King 10 flops. Mac has actually second best hand next to J-Ho. J-Ho's just trying to figure out when he's going to get all of the chips in. J-Ho is a real estate investor from California. He's just moved to Dallas a few weeks ago. Only a little bit of history. The jacket he's wearing is a girlfriend's jacket. So he said it's always brought him good luck. She actually put the ice cream cones on there for her, so I thought it was really sweet. But he really enjoys that jacket. So hopefully that jacket brings him luck tonight because Mac's not holding. Mac got 10 deuced. And J-Ho's just got a king with a jack. He's never played against Mac before, so he'll never know how Mac plays. Mac goes ahead and puts them all in on this river. And J-Ho's got to make a tough call here. If J-Ho has more money in his pocket, he's going to make that call. He goes ahead and makes that call, says nice hand, and Mac folds, and J-Ho takes out a massive pot here, $763 pot. Off the bluff. Listen, man, we got to make one of these. You guys got to get one of these ice cream jackets. I guess that's here. And
Yeah, I mean, I like my hat too, this guy
You have the same hat, your hat twins.
Three's gonna almost be here. And the seventh we added 200.
Yo, Peter, put your hat, bro. Come on. I got here first. He owes you $25. Oh man, Shaun's about to eat this one up. He about to eat this one up. Oh my goodness, Shaun's about to
J-Ho wins a massive pot. Let's go ahead and vote, guys. If you want to vote, we got Hogan in seat 1, J-Ho in seat 2. We got Dory. We got Mac in seat 4. Seat 5 is seat 5 is Brad. Seat 6 is Mariachi Mike. 7 is Action D.
Saying I fell down. I could have said I fought a bear. I was just
Raise the 15 full.
that could have been unbelievable. I could have said
So go ahead and put your vote in.
they don't have clean ones in Alaska.
Seat 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think you're probably right, Poker Monkey.
Alaska.
Poker Monkey says, "Hey, seat 3 and 4 is what I think is going to win. Be the big winner tonight."
Balcony, so it was like the best sleep
Geraldo says, "Go back."
and
Mac was our choice last week. We want to put him in again. Come on, guys. We gotta pick one here.
Yeah.
So Dory or Mac. We got 2 for Mac, 1 for Dory. J-Ho wins another pot. Misty, I think, is a little biased on Mac.
Oh,
If you want to see anybody's hand after the hand, you get one time per stream, you get to see their hand. You know how to play the Nick game? Perfect.
the $10 trap?
Yes.
We got 3 for Mac, 1 for Dory.
Yeah, put $5 on it.
and there's a dot in front of you. That's where you need to scan your stuff. Find the dot. Yeah.
I think Brad's a good choice. Brad bluffed off a lot, but he plays quite a bit too. So we've got. I think Poker Monkey is gonna. How many votes you want, Poker Monkey? My goodness. We got 2 for Dory and 1 for Brad, 3 for Mac, or 4 for Mac. Zeal's the only one with the real hand on pocket 10s here. He's probably gonna make a raise. Oh, and Mac picked up pieces. All right, guys, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna vote for Mac. We've got 4 votes for Mac, so we're giving away 5% of Mac's earnings again tonight. Mac just flats aces, and he flops a set. Oh my gosh! No one has hearts except for Mariachi Mike, but he's got to go runner. Dory has a straight draw, and she leads on that straight draw on the button. Mac is just gonna flat. Extremely dangerous on a very, very flat board. Zeal folds the pocket 10, so we're up against Dory and Mac.
Heads up.
Now, Mac is not betting here. He just turned quads, guys. Quads. So now it's just a matter of how is he going to play quads and what is he going to do. And Mac's going to hope that a heart comes because he thinks that Dory might be on a heart draw. Dory bet 75 on that turn. That heart does hit on the river. Mac has to bet now. Dory can't call, obviously, but that king does change things. She has to think, does Mac actually have an ace or not? But Dory, I don't know if you know this, but Mac's got more than an ace. Insta call. Quads. Dory's going to have to shake her head on this one. It wasn't a bad call. She picked off his bluff, and Mac throws in his knit button. That pot is almost a $700 pot with quad aces. Quad aces picks that up. Dory had the right call. I mean, if Mac is bluffing, but I'm not exactly sure if there are no possible bluffs that Mac had had.
Well, I was. You'll see it. I just added on 3. Dory added on 300. I had.
Sneaky. No
Man, what a hand. All it says, holy moly, quads is right. Good grief. It's rare that you get paid with quads, but Dory called him light. I'd love to hear what Dory has to say about the call. That king of hearts does make the turn, but also makes her hand.
If I would have raised, you wouldn't have got as much.
Well, you might have got a call, and I went call.
Is that straddle?
That's
You should read my book called Raise Your Straddle.
Raise your straddle?
Yeah.
I think I had
That's a
book.
great book.
I had a book that just came out with that same title.
You both writers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a published author. I'm just like an aspiring writer.
Yeah.
Action G raises it up with pocket 10s against Mariachi Mikes. And remember, those two just went heads up a few hands ago. And Peter's going to call here with very loose call with Jack 8 off. And look how I'm just stare down Action G. Mariachi Mike's going to call. So we know one of Action G's 10s is dead, but Action G has the best of it here. Of course, ace on every flop. Terrible when you're looking at a pocket 10. The only person that's probably going to make a play on this is Big Peter.
Early and, Jim's made it when he
Worst card on that river is going to be the 10 of diamonds. If we see 10 of diamonds, it's going to be a terrible card for Action G. He doesn't know it, but he's so dead. And do you see how much different Mariachi Mike is playing this hand when he actually has a monster hand versus when he has absolute air? The 9 on the river pretty much stops it. Well, Mike's going to put a pretty big bet in here. 221 in the pot. Let's see how big he goes.
140.
So Action G's got to figure out, is he picking off a bluff here? Can he pick off a bluff? Mariachi Mike showed a bluff 4 hands ago. He showed king high. These two might be just battling all night tonight.
I know, you just put it up. I was like,
Remember, we're giving away 5% of what Mac's earnings are, and then we're also going to Peak's also going to match that
lavender,
and give 5%.
you all disoriented. My stories are getting Give you a false sense of head start.
crowd that's going my way? Are you going my way?
Can't really hear it.
Lucky you. I hear it all.
Oh, and that king too
All in.
just induced a monster bluff.
I think you had ace.
I respect it. Gotta try.
All the blocking.
Yeah, no, I lost the ball.
Nice hand.
Cool, queen nine.
Mariachi.
Happened earlier.
Back here, please. Why is the lammer in? I don't know. You still keep your lammer.
No, yeah.
You
Sorry.
just left it on the block as
500.
a placeholder.
500, please.
And just look at that. That king two hand just induced a massive bluff, and that was the only way Action G was going to get
Are you
a
ready?
monster
Trying to get him
bet. He had to make that call.
Put him on ace.
Harada, you think that was an easy call? I don't know, but it was a good call. Quad nines would be the only thing that he thinks has him beat. It would just be a really bad run bad for him, and maybe we should have chosen Action or Mariachi Mike for tonight's winner.
Do you have napkins?
Wow, what a hand! What a hand, guys. I mean, we're talking. This is only the seventh hand in.
Didn't get it, but I had a pickup order, but I knew it was gonna be late, so I had to.
Let's look at stack sizes right now.
So just so I can deliver it. It's crazy.
Mariachi Mike sitting at 1147, and Mac is up there with quads. And we'll see the win numbers. Mariachi Mike and Mac should both be pretty big winners here. Mariachi Mike is up 6, and Mac is up at 16 or $165. Action G is the biggest loser right now at 651. I don't think that was a punt, so don't say that was a punt. I actually think that was a really good play. He only beats a bluff there, Can't beat an ace, can't beat a 9. So he only beats a bluff there.
What do you want me to do?
I debated on it.
Four things.
I was hoping the straddle would raise.
I'm in for 6. I'm in for 6.
But Action G just reloads. Action G just reloads and just starts firing away again.
I know. That's why I got it.
Shaun, thank you so much.
Got the nuts. Not the ace high flop today.
The worst thing that can happen tonight is Action G
Right. What game are you choosing?
also loses the knit game.
Yo, don't say go fish. We had a really hard time with that last time.
Uno. $10 bomb pop.
$10
$300 cat.
300.
Man, beast mode with the live needle, buddy. Holy cow.
Bomb pot? 10, you wanna play?
Yeah, sure, I'm in. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were doing the bomb part. Oh, that's what he called. I'm sorry, I was just, got it.
Sorry. I forgot.
I was just talking about it.
So they're playing a 4-card double board bomb pot. It's capped at $300. $10 come in. $300 cap.
300 cat.
300K.
Man, some monster hands, and just
I don't look into,
so quick here, guys. If you want to play this live stream and you're in Dallas and it's a Tuesday, you need to come down and you need to play here at Peaks. Hit me up on X, Shaun, or come down to Peaks, play a couple games, put your name on the list, or give Peaks a call, and they'll add you to the Tuesday game. We start getting that Tuesday game ready on Friday. I mean, that's how crazy busy it is to get that Tuesday game going. It's really popular. It's one of the best streams in Dallas. Peaks is one of the best poker houses that you can come to. So make sure you come down to Peaks, check it out. This game is wild. So we've got a double board bomb pot, 4 cards, Omaha. Let's go. So what hand would you want here? I think a 7-8 would be great, or a Jack-8 would be beautiful.
I'm gonna panic because I told him I'm gonna panic.
That's a good reason. Way to keep your word.
I feel like that was me. I don't know. I just feel like it's me.
Oh my god. I need a way better board. What the hell is that?
Peter goes ahead and moves in with a straight on top with the 6-5, 2 diamonds. He's got a gut shot straight on the bottom too. Obviously, he needs that 9, but a lot of 9s are called out for right now. Bluff Daddy is not going to fold here with a set of 8s. Remember, this is a cap game, so a $300 cap is what you can bet. But Peter's already moved in for essentially the cap. So this might be a banger too. Max got 5-4. I don't believe that Mac is going to call. But Dory also flopped a straight with 6-5. So they might get quartered here. So Dory's got to decide if she wants to call for the quarter or not. Hogan's got a set of deuces, and he lets that hand go because he knows that's not good. Dory's got a king jack, and it could go running straight for her on the bottom board. The bottom being closest to the deal, and the top being furthest away from the deal. So now we're going to get capped on the next round here. I think there's still just a little bit of betting that is left. You know, and Bluff Daddy is only going for the bottom hand.
Finding Dory. I'm right here.
Unless he hits another 8 on top. Now, a 6-5 makes the best straight still. That doesn't really change anything. And Brad and Bluff Daddy does make that full house on the bottom, and he goes ahead and caps it. So they're going to get quartered. Bluff Daddy's going to get half that pot. So that what that means is Peter and Dory both split the top board. Oh my gosh, they both had 6s. Is there a 6-10? Oh my gosh, Peter. No. Okay, 8's full is still good. Woo. I think runner, full house. Looking terrible. Back to a full house, but 8's full is better than 6's full.
I guess so.
Man, what a hand. So they're gonna get quartered. So that means that Peter and Dory win the top. Bluff Daddy wins the bottom all by himself. So he wins a pretty large pot all by himself.
Yeah, I put him on that.
You're really good.
He's really good. He writes a lot of poker books.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm pretty successful. I'm lying. I'm not. I play poker for this. No, I'm kidding.
I'm here.
I'm here. I don't do nothing.
I play poker for a living just like the right for a living.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just like the right person.
The right person.
They didn't put something like that in me.
He says he writes books about poker.
What a bomb pot. What a monster bomb pot.
Like the right brothers. I'm like the right brothers.
No, I just
Blue.
I don't write books. I am the book. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Gerardo, what does OMC stand for? I don't know.
You're the topic.
Yeah, I'm the topic. Yeah. And I got better. Yeah, I got better.
You know, Action G told me a little bit about himself when he started playing. He said he started playing poker about 8 years ago when he was younger. He's currently a proctologist over at the health at White Health Care. Um, he works for undeserved communities as a proctologist. He's really been good at it. He does that kind of specialized that during high school. He practiced quite a bit, so really enjoyed it. He's become one of the renowned proctologists in the area. So make sure you go and shake his hand when you see him next. But I think he's got enough money in his pocket, so he'll be fine.
Published in Amazon, these books that you're talking about?
No.
New York's bestseller.
Yeah, Texas is bestseller.
They're really popular in prison. Bestseller.
What's the title?
How to thought opposite.
They are. They got all these weird marks on them. I don't know how that.
The brown.
And brown? No, the opposite.
Raise to 10. Off. Off. Fold.
Yeah, they're making it.
That's actually hilarious, Geraldo. Old Man Coffee, OMC.
Oh, we're being sarcastic.
It's
Side player.
So Jeho with Ace Jack of Diamonds, but it comes all little baby cards.
I'm sure he writes, but I've never read his diary, so I couldn't tell you what's in it.
So it's really going to be the first person who fires at it is going to be the winner here.
Dear diary.
Jeho's going to go ahead and see bet there.
You smell good.
Brad
Wow,
has
that's
weird
nice.
sunglasses.
He's laid on his stomach with his feet kicking like this.
Just
Yeah.
Brad's sunglasses are see-through.
Today I play poker with all my friends.
Yeah.
Remove it.
Young.
Thank you so much.
I think Dory and I are finally establishing a friendship.
Oh, that's great.
I'm just reading this now.
So Jeho takes that down again.
Yeah.
In this game, you've got to stab early,
Today,
and see where you're at.
start up something great.
Uh,
Awesome.
Peter is in seat 8.
P.S. We're out of
Peter actually is a baseball coach out of North Denton.
I know that I didn't know.
Coaches at one of these special private schools out there.
Where did you move from?
He used to actually play baseball.
New York.
Went ahead and switched over to professional softball, and that's how he's earned his poker money. He's been playing quite a bit as a professional softball player and a baseball coach. So it's great to see him here. He's new to the stream. Hopefully, we'll see him again.
Where did they live?
Bluff Daddy with aces, and he 3-bets to 50.
Near Morristown.
And Peter, what is going on here? Action G calls with King Queen. 50 in the cutoff. We'll see how it goes. You know, Action G does have position, but that's a pretty big bet for King Queen. It must be nice to be a proctologist to make that kind of money. I don't even know how much proctologist makes, but at least enough to make $50 pre-flop. So now Action G has completely missed that flop, and he's got to let it go. Hey, Allison, how are you doing? Allison is one of the former dealers here over at Peaks. She lives at Grand Cayman, and sounds like a place that you would go visit at Epcot, but it's actually the real Grand Cayman, the island. Allison was great. She's been volunteering as a animal pet rescue here in Dallas while she was dealing over at Peaks. She's been hurting broken cats. It's been pretty amazing. She's an amazing poker player, but also a heck of a philanthropist. She's probably rescued 45, 50 cats in Dallas. You know, Dallas, we've got a cat problem. It's been terrible. So thank you, Allison, for coming down to Peaks and dealing and saving our animals here. It's absolutely wonderful. So Peter calls here with 7-3 of clubs. Bluff Daddy makes another raise with pocket sixes. He's got a couple pocket pairs, and Hogan has the best of it. You know, and if Hogan makes a re-raise here, he probably gets players out, and he gets to play heads up. But that's a pretty safe flop for both Hogan and Bluff Daddy.
No? It's fun.
I bet. Music is music.
Hogan does make the call. He's going to look Bluff Daddy up, and Peter calls too with a gut shot here. Club comes on the turn. We might see him stay. That does not help either Hogan or Bluff Daddy.
I think this table is different than those.
How so?
Cup holder.
Oh, cup holder wise? Oh, okay. 'Cause I know at TCH you have to be on.
Has the Royal Flush been dealt at peaks, be it live stream or regular table? I don't think so. I mean, not since I've been here on the Tuesday streams, anyways. Hogan's going to go ahead and take it down. He does think that he's got the best hand, and he's right. Bluff Daddy, the only thing that Bluff Daddy can do is just raise here to take this hand, and Hogan will fold to Bluff Daddy, but Bluff Daddy doesn't know that. He's going to think Hogan is pretty ABC player. He doesn't really bluff a lot, fairly transparent. His hand doesn't make a lot of sense. That's probably what Bluff Daddy is trying to figure out, is why he would make a bet on that river. On that river, Hogan has all the 8, so he's got the 8 blockers, but Bluff Daddy has the 6, so the 6 doesn't really make any sense. So if Hogan hit the 7, he's good, but everything else is a bluff. A 5, a 4. The 6 is probably out. Bluff Daddy's thinking there's no way he makes a straight because I have all the straight calls. He's going to keep him honest and make the call. So Peter has to decide, is his 7 good or not? So, you know, as a professional softball player, he's got to know the odds here, if this is good or not. I think Peter's going to make the fold. He's just got that nit button. He wants to get rid of it. And he hasn't played against these guys before, so he's got to figure out if this is the right play to make. He shoves, is getting called. It's not enough to make a raise. And that's a call. And Hogan's going to take down what ends up being a pretty big pot, $330 pot with pocket 8s. Peter mucks his hand, and Hogan gets rid of the nit.
Oh, come on, Peter.
Peter's got to play a little bit stronger, a little bit better if he is going to want to hang out with these people. Because, I mean, much as, you know, you've played your home games, this is nothing like you played before. I promise you that. You're going to get looked up light and probably looked up pretty often. You notice, too, that there are clear, what we call lamers, or clear buttons on the table. And you could throw a button out to see a winning hand. You get one button, and once you use it, that's it. So if you want to see someone that bluffs you, or you want to see where you're at, you could throw that clear button out.
He had a 7. Yeah, I had a 7. Like 7-6.
Let's see what Dory has. She limped in pretty early here. That's to me, that would be kind of scary for a player like her to limp in so early.
Please don't.
You waited till then.
And that's the one game we're not playing.
Yeah.
Peter goes ahead and ships it all in for his remaining stack. I'm not even sure if he looked at his hand, to be honest. But we all know that was a terrible call that he just made. Peter ships it in with Jack 10, one of his favorite hands. Hogan folds Dory with pocket 7s, and she's going to look him up for $31. So he's got 2 other buttons. You get one button.
Money, no.
Check.
Jack 10 with the open ended. Oh, he makes Broadway there. Makes Broadway there.
I'm pretty sure I don't win.
So Peter does get his chips back.
Very nice.
And Josh says, hey, you know what? Tell Peter to chill. He might be a little nervous. It is a little nervous knowing that people can see you play on stream. So it's absolutely legitimate to see that happen. So I think Peter will settle down once he gets his nerves calm down.
And y'all had the conversation. He had a 7. I wrote down your both 7s. I'm like, that's weird. Maybe it's the sun. I'm gonna get them all. He didn't.
So the two new guys here on stream are the losers so far. The big losers. Action G down 727. And Peter down 141. Max got Jack 8 suited. And we know Mac. He loves those suited connectors. Zeal's gonna call here. And it looks like Hogan's gonna call on the button as well with Ace 5 off. Hogan is a accountant. And actually the Caymans as well, where Allison's from. So they might know each other. Allison knows quite a bit of people there down in Grand Cayman. So kind of nice. Zeal raised it to 20 with King 9 suited. Little does he know that Dory is sitting in the weeds here with Ace's Jack. Ace on the turn, and Dory spikes that ace pretty quick. Deuce 3 for Hogan. He might, or Ace 5 for Hogan. He might call here. Dory bets 50 into a $100 pot, so about 50% of the pot. So Hogan's got to figure out if he's good or not against Dory. He makes that call. And J-Ho's got to figure out if he's going to spike that king or not. Yeah, Geraldo, everybody seems to be pretty good. $100 bet on the river, and Hogan, I don't think, can call here because Dory is playing ABC right now. She bet when the ace came out. Hogan can't really beat an ace. He just really needed a 4 or a 5 on that river. Oh, and Dory already has the knit button out. What an angle. What an angle. She's giving him the chance to call there. And just look at her posture. I mean, if you're looking at for live tells, she has no care in the world. She's thought about it way too long. And he's going to donate and see the bad news. Ace 5, no good. $230 or $400 pot heading her way with Ace Jack. And that's what I said, you know, I said earlier, like, she just limped in. You got to figure something's going on. It doesn't make a lot of sense to limp that early. She's ready for a re-raise. She called a pretty healthy raise, $20 raise. It's not that big. You know, if Zeal really wanted to take that pot down early, at least eliminate some players, $45 or $50 bet pre-flop would have worked out really well for him. So let's look at VPIP here. VPIP is voluntary put in pot. That means how aggressive you are, or how many hands you've played. And Jeho has played the most at 53%, Peter at 50%, and Action G at 40%. So the three new players at this table are the most action players at this table. I know this group plays together a lot, so that's interesting to know. And the pre-pop raise, Pre-flop raise percentage gives you how many of them have raised pre-flop. Yeho's raised 30% of his hands pre-flop. Mac, Dory, and Hogan have raised none, so those players are not aggressive. But Jeho, Bluff Daddy, and Mirachi Mike are all fairly aggressive here. The two players left with a knit button are Zeal and Action G. The two players that haven't won a hand, if they lose this hand, they'll owe $50 to the pot. And Peter is opted out of the bomb pot. He's not a Omaha specialist. He's opted out. No gamble in him. Thinks that there's no gamble. Dory, she told me a little bit about her bio. We spoke a little bit. Dory is one of the owners of Peaks. It's great to have her here. She and her husband play a lot of poker together. They are retired, so they're enjoying the good life. There's a lot of poker wins. You can look her up on Hidden Mob and see all of her wins. They just came back from a cruise. Dory's one of the nicer people that you can meet here, and she's fun to play with. She's got a lot of great stories. Everybody knows Mac from last week. We've got some action here, guys, on this pop. Jeho's got 2 diamonds in him, but little does he know those 2 diamonds are no good because Ace 8 is alive, and Hogan also has 8-3, so 2 pair. So Zeal has Jack 8 for a 2 pair and nothing on the bottom. Six on the turn only really helps Zeal here for the top board, but for the bottom board, Zeal goes ahead and turns that straight the Jack 8. So he might get a scoop here if no diamond shows up, and it went ahead and capped it to 220. So we have a $300 cap, and it does make for quite a bit of action. Mirachi Mike has a set of 10s on the bottom, which he believes is probably no good. It's hard to get away from a capped game here, but he smartly folds it. We've got a river coming, and there's no diamonds on the river, but it does make a full house on the top. And Zeal just can't believe it. He's like, oh my gosh, that pot was mine. Cannot believe it. That pot was absolutely mine. And Hogan's like, you know what? I can't. Nate says that Bluff Daddy sucks. No Diddy. I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but Bluff Daddy did come tonight, which was great. Now we've got a flip, $25 flip. Put $25 into the pot. No flip, car's over. So everybody has an equal chance to win here. Peter wins because he's down quite a bit, and it would be great for him to have chips. Really, Action G should probably win because he's down the most. Nobody has a jack, and nobody hit any of that. Jeho just went ahead and flopped a full house. He flopped he turned a better full house. And the river helps absolutely nobody. So Jeho's going to show the ace jack. He's going to take the whole pot. $225 pot. Doing
Ace, I was gonna win.
congratulations, J-Ho.
Yeah, that's why I can't win.
That jacket is pretty lucky. Your boyfriend makes a great jacket,
That's
and
all coconut
obviously
water right there.
extremely lucky. So it's great to have you here. We've got all the DC cards now, so which is fun for your girlfriend. See that jacket? He's got the ice cream jacket. We've got to get one of those. I think that's probably need to sell those at Peaks next. Everybody knows Bluff Daddy. He plays on a lot of the streams. Bluff Daddy is a therapist. Um, Great guy. Great massagers if you need one. He's been doing that for a while. Physical therapy, massage. He went to school for a couple of years. He's turned to a poker pro and plays poker a lot. And his magical power is getting pocket pairs. He's $15 with pocket jacks. Mirachi Mike doesn't know how far behind he is. Jack 7. And Action G, of course, the best $75 with the absolute worst hand possible. He doesn't know it, but he's about to get chipped on by Bluff Daddy. And sadly, he will have to pay the hit button if he loses.
Oh, what?
Yeah, baby.
In boots? Yes, sir.
I think Brad floated that. I'm not exactly sure why, if he wanted Mirachi Mike in that hand or not. Oh, and he flops an ace. No clubs. Bluff Daddy only has really one out, one jack left. Quickly fold. Just an absolute great play on Bluff Daddy's part. Just folds it. Ace. No bluff. Zeal loses the nit, so you notice that he threw in $50 for losing that nit game.
$50 in the pot. Splash pot. Free $50. Not really free. Call. Call.
I don't know. You might win
No.
$50 plus all those.
Call.
Yeah, I just
Call.
call. Pretend like I have something.
Call.
It's just a regular hand to hold him here. J-Ho calls with A7. Max got another pocket pair of fives. Seems like nine-handed. It seems to be a lot more pocket pairs. And Mac flops a set. 2 hearts on the board. Peter might think he's good here. Max just in terrible position now. Heart comes on the turn. Mac. Mirachi Mike has a heart and a deuce. J-Ho has a better heart with a 7. I don't think J-Ho's going to call here. But we've got to figure out what Peter's going to do. Peter thinks 9 is good. He might call. He might look him up. But there's just, the board is so textured. It'd be really hard to call here with a 9. He's only got $73 in his stack. Is he going to keep this $73 or is he going to ship it? He decides to do the worst option, which is shipping it. Mac puts in a pretty healthy raise here. He tries to raise, but he can't.
No phone, no call, no gamble, no food.
Peter doesn't know, but he's absolutely drawn, absolutely dead. I mean, he wouldn't. They would need to run it 18 times for him to even have a shot to win that. No heart, no nothing. Set of fives. Set of fives is good. Mac was kind of sweating it here. You know, one thing about Mac is he's a heck of a tipper. He's a great tipper. I mean, this guy is probably the nicest guy around, and just damn good tipper. So all the dealers love him. All the players love him. He's playing really good poker right now. So Misty, if you're watching this, your dad is
Yeah, king of clubs.
doing great. So right now, 5% of max winnings. I wish it was. We had a 0 behind that.
No, I bought all art.
The loser has to put $50 in the middle for his spot block.
They're passing out knit buttons again, or the knit game again. So it's continuous knit
Who lost the nick game?
all night, every night.
So
Well, your name's Peter too?
Misty says, "Hey, what's not to love about your dad?" Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's just a nice guy. We play together once a week on the stream on another location.
Dory, you have a good stack.
So, this is art. And we just got him the really pretty one is the one at the front. It's really gorgeous.
Dory, you have a good
A lot of clubs on that, or all the blacks on that board. So we've got an ace, and Zeal's got the best of it here. Does he make a bet? He does make a bet, and he shows the ace
A reward, but
for the knit.
Nah,
Gets rid of his knit button really early, so he doesn't have to pay a tax this time.
but you told him. Come on, man, bro.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back.
Ace 10, that was the last hand. Huh? The best hand I
When we threw it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to see it, right?
No,
What am I supposed to say?
No,
Tell me.
you can't.
Show it back to
nothing.
him?
Nothing.
You gotta give it back.
Yeah, if you mucks it, you mucks it.
Yeah, you must know. I know it's right.
They said you're allowed to show.
Go for it, go for it.
Who said that, Shaun?
okay, the button is
Because they made it a
No,
big
it's my
deal
game.
last
It's my
time.
game.
Oh, go. Tell me. That's
Where
the DC
are
button.
they're right there.
We've got a DC, and the players get to choose what their DC game is.
No, no.
What the hell?
Those are the
And Bluff Daddy chooses. Let's see what this game is going to be.
Double war bomb pot?
How much?
How much? See what double war bomb pot is.
10-300.
10-300.
Are we capping them all the time?
Oh,
It's up to you. You
It's
get
up
to
to you.
Oh.
Yeah, we have cards.
Yeah.
Double board, bomb pot.
Yeah.
So Brad chooses double, or Bluff Daddy chooses double board, bomb pot. 10-300 cap. They're all gonna get 4 cards.
400.
You get some action going here.
okay,
Very simple.
that's more.
Not by that much.
It's tons more. It's 100 more.
That's 100 times the amount of money I just made you for finding that dirty stack.
You're right. I should probably pay
C5 and C9.
the reward.
One black chip is fine. I don't even want more than one chip. It's totally just one chip is pretty
That
good.
makes sense. Yeah, no.
One second. Good. Good check. Check.
Check.
Check. 75. 75. Dory?
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's 300 K.
400.
Oh, 400.
He said 400.
Yeah.
But I mean, do I have to pot it to get to 300?
No, it's up to
300.
300.
Look at you.
Too many.
We can't see Bluff Daddy's cards, but there's a lot of diamonds out there. We know that's not good, but
Both.
And we don't know what Bluff Daddy has here, but he's already passed his cards over to Mariachi Mike, and that hand looks to be pretty delicious. Mac goes ahead and pots it for 300, so he's already capped it to 300. Now it's going to be on
The yellow book.
Jeho to figure out if he can stand his hand or not.
It goes around.
And Mac has the best hand up top and at the bottom here. Jeho just has a heart draw at the top and aces at the bottom. Let's see if Mac is talking to him, and he's a nice guy. He doesn't really want to break anybody, but he also doesn't want to lose his hand. And he does call the 300, so we're gonna see it all the way to the river.
I thought it was 5. It's 400. Yeah. I thought it was 400. I mean, you made it 400. Bro, come on. You showed a card, bro. You made more information. Oh my god, bro. It's only 100? Yeah. Damn, now this is robbery, bro. This is crazy. This is robbery, bro. This is robbery. Alright, fine. Yeah, I was like, you can't fold for that one. Yeah, I can do that. Yours was great.
Alright.
Alright, guys, we're running it.
And it looks like it's gonna be a scoop for Mac on this one. This is a monster pot. 7-6 on top for a straight and 2 pair on the bottom. Jeho cannot win. He just shakes his head in disgust. And he was calling to chop, so putting in $300 to chop is not a good strategy. Mac is a sicko. He capped it there. It just shows 4. The Jeho calls.
Yeah, you should definitely not play the last.
Just a monster scoop on Mac's part. Guys, we're giving away money tonight. Yes. And Mac just won a $500 pot there. So Mac is up $722 tonight. Super exciting. Peter, looks like, oh, we've got a new player here, guys, at the table.
Welcome to the Channel Star. He's good.
Jake in for 550. New blood for Jake. He doesn't have to play the VPIP game this game, but he does keep the show button.
5, 6, 7.
I've heard 5 and 6.
Open ended.
5 and 6. With a hard draw. That's what I've heard. Someone has 5, 6 suit at their odds with aces.
Look at that stack that Mac had.
It was true in that scenario.
I mean, remember, Peaks is giving away 5% of whatever Mac wins tonight in time. So essentially, we're getting $35 and change now from ASI Social, and that you are tuning in between 9 o'clock and 9:30. We're gonna call you out. If you're watching the stream, we're gonna call you out, and we're gonna send money your way via Zelle, Cash App, or Venmo. And of course, if you come to Peaks, your name will be on the list, and you can just redeem your time. I feel like Mac just builds this wall, and it's so freaking intimidating. I've never seen stacks so long and deep.
It's like 4 people that just got here. But Eric said that's why I stepped out.
3 players, yep. Check.
I knew you needed to.
Man, that makes a straight flush on that turn, but nobody's got it. Mariachi Mike's the only one with the flush. He's probably going to call there. He's got the 3rd nut. The ace is already out there, so he's going to make that call. Action. Oh, and that turn. That turn does nothing for Jeho. Jeho has absolute air, and he folds, and he mucks it right away. And Mariachi Mike shows the flush to get rid of his nut. Mariachi Mike drags in another pot. $107 pot there. He drags it in. Why don't you guys come on down to Peaks? Oh, we've got a couple tables outside. ready to play. We've got a good table going on right now. So if you want to bleed over the 1-3 game after this stream ends, you can play with all these players here at 1-3. Come check us out on Poker Atlas as well. We're Peak Social, located in downtown Dallas, 1231 Wycliffe Avenue. We've got a 1-2 game outside, round of each, round of Hold'em, round of Omaha. Make sure you get on the list. Start playing with that game is full, but this game will break and we'll play 1-3 outside as well. 1-3 DC outside. Hogan makes an early position raise.
Oh, I forgot to ask for a diet topo.
King 10. Jeho folds ace 8. Matt calls with Jack 10. Matt could get in trouble here if he hits his pair. Jack is live, but the 10s are not. Of course, Matt gets anything he wants. I mean, I guess if you're a World War I veteran, you get to do that. Matt's been fighting the war since 1853. He looks a lot younger than that, I know, but you can tell people's age by the necks. He's got a heck of a neck. And he's kind of a chatterbox too when he's got it. So if Mac's talking to you, he's probably got a monster. Any queen, any king is good for Hogan, but he's opts to let it go. Mac goes ahead and shows one card to show that I'm not bluffing. Yeah, look at the tip, man. Listen, if you're a poker player, how much do you tip per hand? Nate says, tell Brad if he doesn't play a hand, pass the flop. I'm done watching.
That's a nice problem.
Brad's a nit. On this stream, Brad is a nit. I mean, his VPIP's got to be like 3. Pretty terrible. But don't tell him that actually Brad's played quite a bit. Brad's VPIP is at 22%. I mean, Jake just started and he's got a little bit less than Brad. Oh man, sorry. Mariachi Mike, if you guys don't know him, he's in the hand currently. He's dragging almost every pot that he played. He's got pocket 10s here and he's got the best hand. He's going to go ahead and lead out. And everybody folds to him. Mariachi Mike, believe it or not, is in a mariachi band. This is no cap, like the kids say it, but no cap. Mariachi Mike actually has a mariachi band. Make sure that you book him for your events. He's booked pretty much solid. Carceneras, which I think is some sort of, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just be making up stuff. But he plays weddings, disco halls, birthdays, and quinceaneras. It is. He plays quinceaneras. Because I think when you turn 13, you have a party and you wear really expensive stuff that your parents buy you, and you get a lot of money. Action G is living up to his name. He leads out $20. He calls the 20. Zeal does in C10. Greg says, always a nit. Yeah, his VPIP is in diapers still. Oh, man, Brad, I don't know who your friends are, but I love them. I love all your friends. Zeal has A6 suited. And he actually hit the 6. Jeho's got his 10, and he's trying to decide if he's bet out. He does bet pretty far. And Jake actually flops the best hand with a 9-7. Is he gonna call and just keep all the bluffs in?
It is, right?
Okay, the card reader cannot be right because Jake just folded the nut straight.
Hungry, I drink them thinking that it'll suppress my hunger, and it just makes me want to eat snacks eventually.
Yeah, just wants me to, it makes me want. to-
Man, I don't know what just happened. 9-7 makes the absolute nut straight on that
Yeah.
board.
Better than salsa.
And J-Ho's going ahead and find another bullet he's gonna fire out.
Pumpkin tortilla chips.
Oh, that
They're
they're
like, they're weird. They have like cinnamon on them.
Oh.
And remember, all these guys play. We have a group, Ace High Social. We have a little club. We play Tuesday nights. We obviously play at Peaks, but we play, and all these guys have played groups. They're all, there's a lot more action than you're probably used to seeing. So that's what's going on here between Hogan and J-Ho. I think Hogan's going to let this game go. It just doesn't make sense to draw an ace or.
Caramelized onions.
Yeah, Nate, I don't know what's going on. I mean, that was the only hand that Jake played, and he actually folded the nuts. So unless the card reader is wrong, he's a freaking. Okay, Jake folded pre. Thank you so much. Peaks, I didn't even see that.
It might be.
Victory, sadly,
Yeah,
They have really good food.
we've already voted for Mac. You're in late. We did that.
but yeah.
We vote about 15 minutes before the bottom of the hour. All right, looks like Jake did flop nuts. That's why he had that look.
My favorite like vegetable pizza with veggies. Huh? Now I am, but I wasn't. I used to eat that. I was lactose intolerant.
I'm pretty tolerant to lactose.
I haven't had cheese, I don't like.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second.
See if Brad actually puts a raise in here.
As much as I like people. Or I tolerate it.
Man, the trolling for Brad is hilarious.
But it might change when I'm out of it.
Listen, massage therapy doesn't pay a lot. Brad is very mindful of his winnings here and his earnings, and Brad's going to go ahead and raise with Ace Jack. I can't believe he actually found a suitable hand to raise. So let's see how he.
Just keep my name button.
Yeah, Nate, everybody put money on Mac to win the most. So Joe's got 4 hearts here to a flush draw and a bottom pair, best hand. He doesn't know it yet, so let's see if he makes that call. Zeal's got pocket deuces. He's probably going to let this hand go. There's too many overs. There's not even a straight draw out there.
What are you looking for? Button. My next. You can just
Joe just open fold. Folds to 1 bet. Doesn't even take the draw. Man, what am I doing in this booth, guys? What am I doing in this booth?
I know.
You guys are probably watching this. What am I doing at home? Why don't I go to Peaks and just beat? Other than robbing these players, I mean, you guys should just come here and just win the money.
Mac, do you have a nip button?
It's like SeaWorld out here. There's the
He shouldn't have.
whales and the
I like them.
new fish.
They don't scare me.
Yes, they do. I smell the fear from over here.
You smell the fear.
Still didn't make it past the flop. You're absolutely right.
Very rough. You feel the pressure on you.
How much is it? 5
I'm at 200.
Fights on for real, dude. You have queen 3 hearts with bottom pair and a flush draw. How do you fold that? It's absolutely
That's on top
terrible.
of the
Come back.
is also brutal.
Get on a plane from New Jersey, come back, play poker, because dude,
Lowest VPIP of every hour has to be the highest VPIP of every hour.
killing me watching this stream. All of you guys should be here every Tuesday lining up much money on the table to not be playing the stream at this point. I mean, the only person that you got to beat is Mac, and you put him on a bad.
It's very hard to win money and keep your lead up.
Hogan has trip tens here with a queen. There's no queen out there. Way too many spades out there, and
Not really. Sometimes
Rachi Mike's gonna go ahead and take a stab for it. Zeal's actually gonna stab for it too because he's got the open-ended draw. Hogan
then lose like $1,000.
is probably gonna put a raise in here. He's got to protect his hand. He can. See, that's what happens when you're in World War I, buddy. You kind of forget. You're out of turn. Now, Zeal only has a couple choices. He's gonna jam it all in. There's only two options here. He's got 8 outs. What do you do? What do you do? If you're listening, what do you do?
I said that. Oh, okay. Don't make me look dumb. I said tonight you were gonna be the big winner.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have voted on me.
Balls. We're gonna run it probably a couple times. Hogan's got a great hand, but not a good hand, or not an awesome hand here. It'll hold up about 75% of the time. So let's see what he does. Hogan's got to call $164. He does call fairly quickly. They say run it twice, and that's fine. Zeal's going to try to get dabs out of it. Boat. Hogan boats up there. Hogan boats up there. So he's going to go ahead and scoop a pretty monster pot. And Hogan gets rid of that knit button for $50.
I like the old 10-7. It's fun sometimes. You can fold it very easily if you want to. Button is correct.
There's a pre-flop right there? Was there a original pre-flop? Was that
Get back your net button.
Hulk Hogan wins a monster pot that hand. And Zeal comes in for another 400 there. Yeah, I think King Jack is there. You can't if they have Ace Queen or sorry, Queen or Ace 10 or 10-9. You really, even if you hit, you're dead. So, but Action G raises to 30 with Ace Deuce suited. Max is going to call. He's never folded 2 suited cards in his life. Come on, Mac. Are you doing it? Just do it. You're up so much. There we go. Make us some money. Be our horse, Mac. Mac Daddy, be our horse. Mirachi Mike calls with Queen Deuce Diamonds. Queen Deuce flops 2 pair. Mirachi Mike cannot lose, boys and girls.
I think you have a 1 in 6 chance.
Action G. Min clicks there for 20 into a $100 pot.
I think so, unless I'm just
Mac is going to look him up.
old and doddering and don't know. It's very possible.
Mirachi Mike makes that raise, and now Mac is going to probably fold. Mac sniffed out the right bluff, just the wrong time. Mirachi Mike pulls in a $213 pot. Yeah, an ace on the turn would have been sweet.
So I'm just saying, it's probably just a bomb pot.
Y'all can split it. It's really easy. Just put a lot of money. Just put a lot of money in the pot. You'll tie your hand.
No, I gave him a lot of money already.
So he needs it though.
So what are we doing?
Oh yeah, look at the stack. Yeah, but you know how many baby mamas he has?
Really?
Max got like 30 girlfriends.
I want to do that lifestyle too.
That would not surprise me.
With like 30 girlfriends.
Well, that's why it's called Mac.
Regular pillow.
I need to give me a hat like that.
Alright, $10 shot.
Just regular PLO. That's what it's called. Not too ton of game. Take it down.
I can't hear it on this side.
Yeah.
Raise 20.
Yes, Travel.
10 straddle, raise 20. Call 20. Call 20. Out.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. This is a bomb pot.
Call 20.
Start playing PLL.
Five players.
Actually, looks like a. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Looks like a flip here.
It really does nothing matter, you know?
Yeah.
I try.
Check.
They're betting, so it looks like a bomb pot. This could get really dangerous for Jake here. And Hogan has the best hand. He doesn't know it yet, but ace eight with a pair of eights. So he's got eights and nines with an ace kicker. Jake's got a bet to win the hand, and he does take the aggressive line, and he does bet. Hogan sees the bad news that A actually had him. He wishes a heart came out. Probably would have made a lot more money. I did have a special co-host coming in tonight, but it looks like he's on chat instead of in the booth with me. His name's Greg.
Actually,
I know that he had a doctor appointment tonight, so hopefully he gets better, and we'll see him next time on the felt.
That's a crazy question.
It's a great bluff by Big Fart. I mean, you have to bluff after you fold nuts pre-flop.
Brad step, bro.
Hogan picks up pocket kings here. Let's see how much he's going to raise it. J-Ho has a hand too. J-Ho's dad is actually Scotty Wynn. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Ready. 25.
19 and
Scotty's, we've met Scotty a couple times, and J-Ho's a great host. We went out to Las Vegas. It's really fun.
Out.
really?
And then you pay.
Action G.
Yeah, but then after you.
All out.
Stop.
It was fine at the table. My parents would name me Holly, and then when I came out the boy, they named me
Oh,
just.
Action G just ships it.
about 3.
He just ships it with King Jack, the worst hand
yeah.
against this field.
Are 11 years older than us.
This kid must be made out of money.
19.
I mean, being a doctor,
They didn't.
you just have doctor buddy.
So mom and dad didn't know this was two of them until Bob.
He just ships it. Hogan reships it, so J-Ho Win cannot make this call. Mac folds as well. Mariachi Mike makes a decision if he wants to gamble for all of it. And I don't think Mariachi Mike's going to call this. So they say run it twice is fine.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. Let's go. Run it twice.
Twice the other day. Fair? Yeah.
Hogan gets the first one. Mariachi Mike would had 8-7. He would have scooped that pot. And Hogan gets the second one.
Played that great. Wait a second out.
Wait a second.
you run so good, bro.
Wow.
This game's so
So easy to win with kings. And Mariachi Mike had 8-7. He would have crushed that. That was just a monster crush. Bad timing. I don't think a raise and then early. It was more of a tournament play, I think, in that scenario. I don't know. I'm confused with my things. I don't understand that play. You're not suited. You're not connected. Anyways,
I don't even know what's
You're like, oh, great.
yeah, Geraldo. I'm thinking the same thing. Again, welcome to Peaks, guys. This is also known as SeaWorld, where all the fish play. So come on down. I mean, the only person that I wouldn't want to play poker with right now is Brad.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Matt calls with a pocket pair. There's been a lot of pocket pairs dealt tonight. Mariachi Mike is on the button. He's got to look this hand up for a limp. And Mac is not raising his pocket pairs. He's waiting for the other players to the table to take aggression.
Yeah.
And of course, Mac always flops a set. Always flops a set. I mean, this guy should be up $20 billion at this point. Mariachi Mike hits trip fives. And Hogan leads out with absolute air, thinking that his is best. Max is just going to flat here with that boat. Mariachi Mike just gives a call. He can only hit a 5 here to get out. And a 5 does not come. Hogan is going to take the betting option. He river to 7. He's going to go ahead and bet for 60. Max going to put a raise in here. Doesn't know how much he's going to raise. And really, it's going to be Mariachi Mike that's going to be the one that has to make that decision. And it's going to be a bad call on Mike's part if he makes this call. I think he knows it too. He doesn't know exactly where he's at because of how passive Mac played that. But what a great freaking fold on his part. Just a great fold. He has to show anyways.
Show him, Matt.
And look at that, Mariachi Mike just patting himself on the back. Just patting himself on the back. Mac takes down a massive pot. So if Mac can keep this up, his win rate is going pretty good. We're looking at giving away $40 right now to one of our viewers. Remember, we're giving that away in about 30 to 45 minutes. So be sure that you're logged in and you're on chat. We're giving away this money. And Peaks is matching whatever we're giving away in time.
No.
So you're going to get the cash and you're going to get time from Peaks. So pretty cool that they're doing that. Ace High Social is giving away the money. Peaks is giving away the time. So how cool is that? So there's a straddle and a call. Hogan goes ahead and straddles for 10. There's a call.
Is that a shadow?
You know, I agree with you, Nate. If he's a little more aggressive, that pot would have been a lot bigger. And you might have gotten a call there for that bet. Dory folds to Mariachi's Mike's raise with 9-7. Only Jake calls with aces, and he flats here with aces, again, being passive. Mariachi Mike has probably got a C-bet here. That misses a lot of hands unless you're already made pre. Mariachi Mike knows that and goes ahead and leads out. You know, I've never seen Jake play, so what does Jake do? Does he lead or does he call here? He just calls. And he's hoping to get in all of it on the river.
I was gonna smack him the next time.
But he doesn't know that Mariachi Mike actually turned a straight draw and he checks it for value.
Upside the head, that sounds right.
And the river missed the Mariachi Mike real close. Jack would have been a sweet card to have. And Mariachi Mike does not call. And, you know, a lot of these players, if you're playing passive, If you're playing passive, the problem with being so passive is that you're not building pots. So when you have a big hand like aces, you're not really building the pot. It puts you in a safe spot where you're playing safe, but you're not getting enough value out of a really big hand. Whereas Ace High Social is a club of players who play. Nate, feel free to hit me on x.com. Mariachi Mike wants to go ahead and put another bet in, and he gets snap called there. It's a great play. It's the only way that Mariachi Mike's going to win that hand. Jake shows ace.
I had bad cards.
Oh, what good action with aces?
Well, I had a pair.
Mariachi Mike leads out with a $325 bet and gets snap called by Jake.
Yo, you got some Asian food? Like some pho or something?
I don't think we do.
No, nothing like that.
Action G's back in the game here.
No, that's okay.
Our King Jack
I'm fine. I'm
guy.
I'm just guarding Max chips from invasion.
400. Don't want to get this on you.
You know,
Yo, how do you?
I had the hardest time doing it.
No, I mean I worked out today, so like I don't want to break the bond.
Yeah, Nate, you're right. You're building pots and letting people hit run around on you.
The issue with my hands that I'm like, I almost went, oh, who's got the cleanest hands? None do.
Brandon says, very nice game. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate you.
I'm sure.
Brandon, aka Dawson, always great to have you
They're really
playing
not-
with us.
They're really not.
Again, a lot of these guys play Ace High Social. We're just club players getting around, traveling around to these poker rooms and playing. And Peaks is
Actually, when we first
just absolutely wonderful to host us on Tuesday nights for the live stream. And Ace High Social support Peaks. Tremendously. We love this poker room. It's a beautiful room. If you play at Peaks, let me know in the chat who your favorite dealer is. My favorite is Allison. She's already left. Again, she's our resident animal expert here. We are playing a $10 small pot, 300 cap. Action, he is back. Welcome back to you. Also, in our group will not be playing tomorrow.
He was
Thanks
good.
for
He did put that.
letting us know. Geraldo, you've got to come down to Peaks if you haven't played at Peaks before. You got to come down. It's really fun. They're doing so many really good deals right now. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you want to try them out, you haven't been, you actually get in pretty cheap. If you are in the industry, like, or a vet or on your call them up, 1231 Wycliffe Avenue in downtown Dallas, designed with good food options around here. You can go grab some food, come down and play. I'm new to Dallas myself. I've been here since February. Really love the area. I hate the summer. I think once April and March go around, my skin melts off my face in the exposed sun. But after that, I mean, it's been these past few weeks have been pretty. Misty says Peaks is amazing. You're absolutely right, Misty. Peaks is great. All the deuces are out. Let's see who has a deuce. King Queen 8-9 would be pretty to have right now. Maybe King Queen 9 deuce would be beautiful. Mariachi Mike is the only one holding the deuce. He's holding the case deuce here. The turn comes that spade. Listen, Nate, anything you type in this chat is going to be fun. So when you come to Peaks, I'll give anyone who bless you out of hands $500. Let's go. Dory is holding Broadway at the bottom, and Bluff Daddy is holding King Jack. So does Bluff Daddy make the call here?
285.
Does Mariachi Mike make the call here? He doesn't. He opts to fold, and Bluff Daddy folds a flush at the top. It's a good fold because Jake's got bottom boat, and he's got to decide if this is going to be a call for him or not.
285 to bet?
Correct.
God, geez. What are we doing, people?
Yes.
Just cubes both pots, and you've got a boat folded and a flush folded. And the only person in this hand has the exact same freaking hand. So is Dory going to be quartered here?
Are you checking or you?
I'm just gonna check.
I'll check.
To the top of your
Me
300.
too. And nothing else.
Seven to seven?
Nate, if you know Brad's number right now and tell him he's in net.
Ace,
You
king,
both have
queen,
king, queen.
2, 2, 9.
I was getting anxious. I was getting really anxious.
Jeho and Dory both split that pot.
It's very anxious. I'd like it's really not
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I thought I was getting quarters. I thought you had king queen and maybe like dudes.
Yeah.
And then we're doing a flip.
Now a $25 flip. And this will be the last that I was available.
So now we're doing $25 flip.
And that's done. Sorry, Dora. You're fine.
Five.
Can I get 25 from you?
No, I'm saying you have five.
Man, tonight, guys, I love y'all, but dang. Some crazy play has been going on. These chips have really tilted to the left on the screen. Look at all the chips over there on that left side. Mariachi Mike lost a big stack trying to bluff against aces. And now we've got just a flip pot. You notice all the players are rubbing their cards on the table. They're rubbing their cards to go ahead and get the card reader to read. These cards are RFID cards. They're about $200 a pack, believe it or not. You know, bending them and slamming them does break the RFID chip, so the players know that in advance. So, you know, this is just a flip, $25 flip. Do some diamonds. Who knows? Brad might just actually fold this. Bluff Daddy might fold a flush if he had it, like he did before.
I got one end of your straight flush draw.
Five, four, five, and five, maybe?
Ooh, 2 pair.
Ace of hearts.
Oh my god.
Ace of
Women's so
hearts.
live right now.
Ace of hearts. Ace of hearts.
Ooh, do I have another 9?
8, 6, takes it.
I don't see any tens. Oh, I have a 10.
8, 5, queen.
10.
Oh.
5.
I have a queen.
You got
You have a
5?
straight. You have a straight.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got a
I
straight.
got a 10.
Straight.
10.
Big pot. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I have 10s again.
You had my outs.
I don't know. I'll do it last time. I was trying it. You think I was ahead? No, let's see that.
I thought when the 9 of diamonds came out that I beat you
Oh.
because you needed the 9 to the flush. Oh well. Nice hand. Well played. Very well played.
Queen, 5.
I have yet to miss a play.
I know, I play them usually right the way I should. There's a book about it, but
No, I don't. I should have called 300, but he flush, enough flush draw, straight draw.
All right, guys, we're just playing Hold'em now. We'll wait till the screen resets here. J-Ho's got a small pocket pair and limps in early. And Mariachi Mike raises here with 8-7 off. Action G goes ahead and puts another bet in with ace king of clubs. He's actually got a hand. So now he's just got to outflop and outplay Mariachi Mike because Mariachi Mike is not folding this. He's down a little bit and he's going to go ahead and play like he's going to earn these chips back. And Mariachi Mike flops 2 pair against a flush draw. This is going to be a monster hand, and it's going to get all in. And they, again, soft play each other. So 6 makes a straight. You can't put them on either of that hand. And Action G takes no action and just flats the bet here. And that river does not help Action G at all. Mariachi Mike's going to go ahead and probably hit another bet in, and Action G, the only way he can win this hand is bluff. Waldo, any recommendations for beginners? What do you mean, buddy? Like beginners of Hold'em? I think the only way to do that, well, the only way to really do that is to play. I think playing online is great. You'll get a lot more hands in. But live tells and live poker is a little bit different. I think Nate and Dawson and some of the other guys could tell you that live poker is a lot different. So you might not be playing as many hands. It's not just straight hands, but it is going to read the tells and everything else. So Action G's trying to figure out, is Mike miss flush draw? Because if he is, I've got the best hand. Oh, he calls him so light. He shows the 2 pair, shows the bad news. Mariachi Mike makes another hand here. And Action G could have just used his clear laner butt to see that hand. He doesn't really have to pay for these hands like he is. River bets are usually never bluffs unless you're the initial aggressor. Yeah, Dawson, I agree. I mean, a lot of that online is really rigged. There's a lot of collusion going on. There's a lot of bots and stuff. I'm not saying all of it is rigged, but in poker you do have to really play a lot of hands to make these. And you get to play a lot of hands. You get to see a lot more hands. You get to see how the players react to you. So there's a lot of live tells, and live poker is super, super fun. But it doesn't mean that online poker isn't. It's just, I think it's more fun. Social engagement of it all, trying to get players to do what you want. Probably better than actually winning chips sometimes. And Action G is just not having a good night tonight. I think it is. He just doesn't. He isn't reading the table properly tonight. That's really causing him to be off a little bit, and being stuck is not fun either.
I just think you don't have the card. But yeah, I mean, that makes it uber. Why would you want to do it? You're usually chopping it anyway once you get heads up. Okay. But usually when your head's up, you're chopping it.
Action G makes another raise with King 9 suited, and he does flop the flush draw, but J-Ho has an ace, and J-Ho is going to go ahead and try to take the lead. If Action G can get aggressive here, it's going to be a really great way from J-Ho. But Action G is really relying on catching there. And J-Ho, if there's another spade comes out, I don't think J-Ho can put a lot of money into this hand. He actually has 2 and 9s for other pairs. The turn looks terrible. J-Ho gives Action G a free card, and Action G smartly checks it back. Third 9 is a river. Action G just rivered his hand. Look at the pursed lips. Do you see the pursed lips on that?
80? I said 82.
Look at him. Pursed lips means you're really thinking about it. People think it's a bluff, but it's actually not a bluff. stacking is the shuffling is really smooth, so he's not nervous at all. He looks like he's got a monster here. So an all-in would work because an ace would have to call you there. You know your player's not having an ace. Doesn't have these king, ace, queen because isn't likely because we pulled an ace. So Jay's got to figure out, am I calling this or not? Everything missed. I think that bet is honestly too light for the pot. I think that if Action G thought about this hand a little bit more, he could have gotten all of his money in. So J-Ho's got to really think about the hand and figure out what's going on. You see our lovely dealer Melissa there. She's one of the live stream dealers here every night. That deals the live stream. She hails from Seattle, Washington. She won Miss Seattle twice back in 1994 and 1996. Almost back to back. The current Miss USA in 1995. So great for Melissa. It's great to have her here. She's given up pageants for poker dealing, which is pretty awesome. You might see her also at Choctaw. He deals up there as well. But Jeho makes the right fold. Action G shows the 3 9s. His hand makes a lot of sense, and he gets rid of the nit. So looks like you only have a couple nit buns left.
River, man, river.
Yeah, he did. King 9. He showed it and knew to put his nip button in.
Yep. Dory had to pay that nit button fine of $50.
Now I'm going to try real hard to get my 50 back. So y'all know. Because I'm in the right position.
Pick your issue, Jero.
I had an ace. I didn't have a 9.
Seat 9 is Zeal. Seat 9 is Zeal. Allison, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never make up crazy stories about people at the table. I mean, even though this room feels like military climate back here. Seat 9 is Zeal. He is one of the regulars on the stream, and he raises it pretty big here. Oh, he calls the raise from Mariachi Mike. Mariachi Mike just fires out with 9-8. He is here to win, guys. He is not messing around. He's ready to play some poker.
What is OC's game? 5-10?
He flops at 10. Or no, he flops ace high, still has the best of it. And Mariachi Mike, I don't know if he thinks it's pocket 9 or what. And now he turns open-ended. Mariachi Mike still has to lead. Oh, he checks. He's on that draw. Gets checked back. As if he hit. Mariachi Mike, the only way he's going to win this hand if he fires. Mariachi Mike has 45% deep. It's absolutely insane. He checks it. He cannot win this hand if he doesn't bet. He's worried about that hand. He got a free $50 from Corey for losing the net game. And we're going to pass the net buttons around again. It's continuous net tonight. So line and buttons are being passed. Tough game to have. Tough game. Anyways, I was saying Zeal hails from us from the great state of Russia. He's on holiday. He's been here for a few weeks. I'm not making up stories tonight, guys. These are real bios. They've written these in, so please don't map me. But Zeal, father is French, and he has told me he's lived with quite a while. with his parents and his family. He decided to come out to Peaks, play a little bit of poker, and to know that some of our oil money is coming back to us here in Dallas. So thanks, Pete, Zeal, for coming out to Peak. It's great seeing you. Mirachi Mike fires out with Ace King for 15. And Jake has a playable hand, 7-5, my favorite hand. 7-5 suited is even better. And J-Ho calls with pocket deuces, knowing that he doesn't know that he's out. And Hogan is in very late spot for him. And the cutoff there with 3 deuce. Flop's got to be paint. Got to be paint. Ace Jack calls and no paint. I am absolutely wrong. Hogan has the worst hand. Dory has ace high flush. Draw. J-Ho's on the button with pocket deuces, and he's not letting it go this hand go.
Not next weekend, but yeah. We'll probably not go for the beginning.
Dory bets her hand out, and she doesn't show her hand. She doesn't show her hand. She has to keep the knit button. Oh my gosh. That's punishment. She just lost the knit button before, and she doesn't show her hand.
Let's play the yellow. And then it goes.
Being serious. If you tell someone to show their hand and they weren't going to show it, you get their knit button. I know.
Oh, really? I did hear you, but not in time.
I'll be there for, I think I'm going to go for 6 of the days.
We are, well, we normally go.
They're playing pot limit Omaha. I only. Peaks has these beautiful placards that they put on the table.
Yes.
No, not limit. That's okay.
PLO.
That's fine. You can
But maybe that's the only one.
That's what I got.
Your stats, boys and girls.
PLO, guys.
How much money are we giving out tonight? Please be a lot. Please be a lot. Please be a lot. 767 for Mac. Mac needs to earn another $2,000. It'll be super nice for all of us to give away. Mac, it.
It's before the bomb pot.
Did you play the mystery bounty last year?
Are you going to play tonight? I won't be able to play tonight. It looks like we're going to go ahead and play on through. I would love to play tonight, but I don't have anybody in the booth here to commentate. I hate for you guys not to commentate or hear me commentate. I know you guys love me.
How'd you do there?
Good.
Oh, I saw you there.
I did, I think it was 20 something.
No, it's just.
So I made.
Jake here in seat 8, our newest guy with blue hat. Last on his head inside. He's actually a college student. He goes to college at SMU. He's studying mathematics and science theory. I heard he's very enjoyable outside poker. Super fun. Doesn't talk about science very much. Very fun to play with. Hogan has Rainbow Ace King 3 against Mirachi's Mike's Jack 964. Mirachi Mike is going off the rails right now, firing out. Ace King was his best hand in a while, and every other hand he's been bluffing at. So his flop aggression for Mirachi Mike is really high. 29% most of anybody. Dory and Mac are 0. Hogan and Zeal are less than 10. Pretty aggressive. Queen, Queen, Jack, Jack, King. Hogan in terrible position against Action G. Action G has the worst hand up against Hogan, and Hogan go ahead and leads and takes that pot.
Play big tournaments. And if you chop all the time, then you don't get the experience of playing shorthanded and, you know, 5 and 5, stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
I thought top set. Yeah, aces. There you go. The clear thing you can, if you want to see. Ace, king, queen, those two clubs. How close am I?
I can't believe I could have got 3 in my head today.
What's up, Smokey Brown? How you doing, buddy? All right, guys, we're 4 minutes away. So call all of your friends, message them, text them, send them a message on AOL. Let them know they need to log in and watch the stream in about 4 minutes because we're gonna give away a winner, 5%. Back earnings at the end of the stream. We're gonna Zelle you, Cash App you, Venmo you the money, or if you're in Dallas and you want to see my beautiful face, I will give you cash
Yeah, when do they
and
actually
peak
start?
poker tips.
I don't like the game, but really? Yeah.
What game?
Action raises to 10 with pocket three. Hogan three bets him right away with ace king. Hogan shows the ace king and gets rid of his knit button. So the knit buttons are going very, very fast tonight.
No jacks.
One of Hogan's rare pre-flop raises.
When do they start? When does Gargantuan start? That's the first weekend, right?
The
30th?
second or the third?
Smokey Brown, it's good to have you here.
Yeah. The first we're picking up Shanna and Shaun from the airport, so we could do after that, but not.
Yeah, I'll be there second, third, and then
You do the Gargantuan.
fifth, sixth for Ring of
Well,
Honor.
actually, Catherine Melissa thinking about playing the ladies tournament, which is on that first Sunday.
I would love to, but apparently like I don't qualify for the tournament.
You're not.
We are playing 1-3 DC. Thank you very much for joining. We got 44 people watching us live, which is pretty exciting. Remember, we're giving away 5% of Max winnings tonight. So whatever Max won beyond his buy-in, which will be at 9:30, 10 o'clock, I believe. 10 o'clock is the last hand. We're going to give away 5% of whatever Max earned tonight. And unless you bad beat Max, those chips ain't moving. So Max playing snug tonight. He's playing really, really, really smart. Action G raises again with the worst of it. And Hogan has 27 to call in the big blind. He goes ahead and makes that call.
What, women's tournament?
$30
Really?
raise.
To tell you the truth, I don't know how I feel about it.
King, King, Jack. Jake flops 3 kings, and Action G flops open-ended.
I think the thing is to get more women involved without them feeling intimidated or being
And I play
Jake decides to flat
so, you know,
3 kings, and Hogan releases the running flush draw here.
the WPC Maine and Choctaw.
Well, that makes it look unbelievable, right? You got quads.
And somebody asked me,
Action G checks it. Jake verbally checked it. Do you see that? Oh, and that river is a terrible river. Action G can only check call here, sadly. But even a check call is terrible.
how do we get more ladies in? And I'm like, I really doesn't matter to me.
Small bet, $60. Action G's got to figure out if quads is good here or not. Or if he's just going to go ahead and open fold this Broadway. He does. He makes the right laydown. So he shows quad kings and gets rid of his knit button if he wants to. Or he can hold on to it. He decides to get rid of it.
Nice.
So 2 quads tonight. One with Mac, quad kings, and one quad aces, right? I don't remember. Quad kings or quad aces. Doesn't matter. It's a massive hand that Mac won from Dory. And then Action G loses another hand against quad.
No, that wasn't it.
I got called to see where the seat.
You flipped it over. You like give it. You didn't flip yours over.
The guy was just like, he was like,
Great tippers here at Peaks.
flat,
There's
flat,
that.
flat.
Thank you, Jake, for tipping. These dealers get paid on tips, guys. So some of the guys are like, "Hey, I'll tip at the end of the night versus tip every hand." How much do you guys tip? How much do you guys tip per hand that you win? Is it a percentage? Is it a standard set number? Is it dealer? Max got the best hand in the world, I think. 75. Bluff Daddy's going to call with a raise here. The 20. Hold the press, guys. Bluff Daddy raised pre-flop. Will this see the flop? It has to. We're going 3-4 ways now to the flop. Jake's got the best hand. Pre-flop. Let's see what happens.
Alright, yeah. Get in there. Pretend like you don't have a hand. Come on, give me those blue chips.
Brandon said he tipped Vince $100 on the $4,500 flip.
All three of you guys? Oh my god, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Geraldo, I feel like you have to. You have to tip your dealers well. Bluff Daddy shows up 4,
I bet 40.
and any 7, any 6 makes a great hand for Mac. Mac doesn't know, but he could probably bluff him off the hand. Williams says it depends on how late we go. And Bob, $5 a hand, man, dude, I would love it if you gave me $5 a hand. These dealers can get out about 25, 30 hands an hour on a good dealer, so that's pretty great. I know you're lying, but I don't believe in tipping either. But you know what? Okay, let's talk about the little square terminals.
Do I need a king to be good?
If they're not handing you their food, like literally walking over to you and handing you the food, do you put the tip in the little terminal? I mean, if they're just taking your order and giving you a number, I feel like you shouldn't tip there. Am I wrong? I'm not trying to be cheap, right? I mean, we play poker. We'll bet $300 pre-flop, but we won't tip $4, $5. I don't get it. I feel like poker players are notoriously cheap.
I would bet that if I had this or not. I'll tell you that. I don't lie to you. No one don't lie to you.
Bluff Daddy makes a bet, and Mac raises on him. Mac still has the knit button too. You notice the 2 little dots. Bluff Daddy has a knit button as well. And Mac just makes a great play because the king is, oh my gosh, and there's a call. And there's a call. Bluff Daddy actually calls that raise. Mac's got to put in another bet. And Mac doesn't know it, but he made the best hand on the river. Well, I completely agree with the tipping thing. Tip the cashier for what? Taking my order? I know, right? Like, I don't know. If you work at one of these places, do you get $2.50 an hour, or do you get minimum wage? I mean, how does it work? God, I never round up to donate crust. I would never. Man, I'm the worst human. I feel like because those places like round up $5 to dog. I don't even do that. I'd rather give the dog. So Mac and Brad are in a hand, and Mac just rivers the best hand. And Mac goes ahead and leads out for 300, and Brad's got to figure out, did Mac really hit that flush? Did he re-raise me with a flush draw? Oh my gosh, and Brad calls, and Brad sees the bad news. The only time he goes past the flop for Brad, and he pays Mac off $300 with a gut shot, and Mac's like, "Get that knit button out of here." Oh.
Y'all have played together.
Nice one, man.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I wasn't that much fun.
Well, can you
The numbers haven't changed yet. We'll see them in a minute.
You made her watch me not touch your stat.
But Mac just won another $651 on a $1,261 pot. Brad's shaking his head. He's gonna have to massage a lot of people to get this money back, but he just reaches in that massage pocket
Bad river.
and pulls out some blocks,
None of us put him on that.
and he's gonna go ahead and tap up to 1,000. I know Brad. And now I promise you guys, it's gonna be a different game. So Nate, hold your seatbelt. Brad is pissed. I mean, not only is he reaching in the massage pocket, he's going in mommy's wallet, and he's taking out more money. This table is about to get fired up, guys. And Brad's not taking any crap.
1,000 though, is that what we're doing? Are we going to 1,000?
Yeah, yeah, I'm going.
Let's go, Mac. Let's do it. All right, is it time? It is time. Let's do it, guys. Okay, so let's do this right now. In here, go. Let me get the app open. And listen, I'm by myself, guys. So be very, very gentle with me. But let me get my randomizer out. Randomizer. Pull up my randomizer wheel now. So
15 minutes. Although I don't see any.
all I need from you guys is to, if you want to play, you don't have to play. I'm not going to put everybody in here. But we've got 40 viewers. We have 45 viewers.
Yeah, I would change the river, but other than that.
Let's see how many of you want to play this game. So we got Greg and Troy. And if you want to play, I got Crustin. Type in your name in the chat. I get chat from both YouTube and Facebook. He says he might be pip 12 now. You guys have got 10 minutes. Waldo, I got you in. Bob is in. I need names, guys. I need your names. I need Misty's in. This is for the 5% giveaway. Joseph in. This is for the 5% giveaway. Dawson, I got you, buddy. So I'm going to spin the wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel, and you're going to get 5% of max earnings at the end of the night. So we just need to make sure that Max does not get that beated. Nate. David R. I got David.
150?
Greg, I got you already. All right, guys, we've got, I'm going to stop it in 2 minutes. 9:10. David R. I already got you in, David.
Such a bad hand with bluff actually.
Ace Jack. Mirachi Mike lost him again.
The 5-7 club, one of my favorite hands.
$150 bet. Brad's got to make another stupid call with ace high. Does he want to do this? Does he want to make a call with ace high?
It can be a lot of big hands. You're gonna get paid if you hit it normally. If you hit it, if you don't, like we said earlier, easy to get rid of.
I like 5-7 too. I like 5-7 in the limit.
Coffee, 1 cream, 2 sugar.
Call. Mirachi Mike showed the wrong card. He should have the 9. It would have made any sense, and he would have folded. Richard, I got you in.
There's the accountable risk.
9 high. I don't believe it. 9 high. Okay, I want to see it. King, queen.
Yeah, Brad did the right call there. All right, guys, we're spinning the wheel. We got all of our people in. Let's spin this wheel.
I did. Until the river.
All right, Eric at Peaks, I hope you're watching and listening. You guys got to trust me. This is a real wheel. I'm spinning back here. 1, 2, 3. Spin the wheel. It's spinning right now. This is for max 5%. You get 5% at Ace High Social, and you get 5% from Peaks. And the winner is Bob. Bob, congratulations, Bob. You are going to win 5% of max earnings here.
Yeah, it really was.
I called him super light too.
Well, I called him super light early when he had the quad, but I knew the way that he was.
Congratulations, everybody, for playing. This is fun. We're going to do it next Tuesday, too. So every Tuesday, we're giving away 5%. Congratulations, Bob.
He does that a lot though.
Yeah,
I play with him a lot.
I know you do, and I really thought you had him this time.
Rigged. Absolutely rigged. All right, let's see what Bob's going to win tonight. Bob, wow, you're going to win a lot of money tonight, Bob. 14, 17 times. You're going to win $70.85 tonight. Well, we'll round it up to $70. Bob, what you're going to do is you're going to send me a message on Twitter, Ace Shaun, with your Cash App or Zelle or Venmo account, preferably Cash App.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like he.
And look me up on Twitter, Ace Shaun, all one word, Shaun. To get your time at Peaks, come on down to Peaks. Tell them that you're a winner. Show them your ID. Make sure it matches your first name, and they'll put time on your account. If you don't account, buy membership. They'll put time on your membership. Congratulations, Bob.
Outs to a straight, and there was a flush out there, so that's, I mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right, it wasn't 10 outs.
I can't read now. They're hitting like 2 times in that.
Yeah, like what turn is gonna be good enough to get it all in on that, you know? I mean, there are some, but still.
I know if Mac doubles up, I mean, we're talking pretty massive giveaway here, guys. I hope Mac doubles up really well. Hogan raises here with aces, and Jeho has to call. Jeho's looking like he wants to make a play at this. But Hogan doesn't really screw around, so it'd be really strange.
Yeah.
Hogan's sitting at 1526.
Drank coffee all day long, never affected his sleep. Do you have sleeping issues when you drink coffee, right? I don't.
Dawson, whenever you want to, man, come on down and commentate with me. Hit me up. You have my message. You have my text message or text number. Text me. I'll get you in the booth. Got a scheduled day. I've got guests every day.
Nice.
But we'll put you in, man. It'll be fun to have you.
It's in play. I don't know what time it is, because I don't have a Casio, so I don't know what time it is.
The one we had months.
Still bitter about that one?
We play till 10?
I love grandfather. No, that's being misogynistic. He's supposed to like a big, strong man.
Kinda does everything that way.
Bob, it says you can't contact me through Twitter. I'll take care of you, buddy.
Oh my god, I had 85. Oh my god.
No way.
I had 85. Oh, that's good.
I wonder, why
I did.
do they have to ask if it's okay?
I guess it's
It's just
courtesy.
sort of
understand what you're saying because I have no problem with anybody else
You look like you were
unless
about to.
I have full
with a
it.
diamond.
And when they're about to do it,
I wanted to rip it.
because I don't want to be results oriented. I
I
don't want
wanted
to
to
I
be
should.
my crabby ass.
I shouldn't have, because I looked at, you had it,
But yeah, I
like
get
you had it like
Five
this, and I was like,
behind.
I was
those are them.
You got all my, I can't.
You bet 50.
We've got about 45 minutes left in the stream. We got a new dealer. The dealer is in the box. His name is Vincent. If you've never seen Vincent, he gets about 430 hands an hour in. The dude's super fast. Hey, Bob, if we can't contact you through Twitter, give after the stream, call Peaks about 10:15. Call Peaks, and I will contact you through Peaks. You'll leave a message with Eric Anderson or any of the Peaks staff, and we will get a hold of you. We'll do the right thing and give you that. The earnings, you just verify your Peaks ID with us just to make sure you are who you are, and we'll make it work.
I try real hard not to.
We got a bomb pot from Vincent. Vincent joins us from New York. He used to be an attorney, aspiring actor. Moved to Dallas for some acting opportunities, and currently working on acting in action movies for Marvel. So he's got a couple opportunities for Marvel acting. So next time you see him, make sure you say hi. I don't know what movie he's going to be in, but he is scheduled to be on your big screen soon. Pretty exciting.
That's 25. Cost 25. Out.
Hogan's got two straight draws. Needs the queen. Needs an ace. Just no diamonds. Zeal's got all the diamonds here.
Cost 25. Out. Cost 25. Cost 25. 6 way. Is it pot limit?
Yeah, 300, right?
Check. 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 Skin color? 240. 90 in the middle, 25 6 ways is 150.
Oh, I
150
don't
and 90,
doubt you,
240.
but I'm saying that's the cap, right?
300 is the cap. So another 60 after. No, the flop was 25. 25, so 35.
I don't know why I'm asking you even.
240. Cost 240.
Hogan goes ahead and calls 240 bet from Zeal. Zeal has the wheel at the top and is going for the flush draw on the bottom. He also has a gut shot straight.
Out. 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 That's up.
Yeah, you look like you're trying to make a move on.
Zeal hits flush on the bottom as well,
Trying to make a move on the flop.
and a wheel at top. So it's already capped for 35 all in. Zeal's going to scoop a monster $780 pot.
Diamond, not straight, or
5 3s straight on top. Bottom one's diamonds. King high diamonds.
Yeah, you got me. I mean, I
All right, so Bob and I connected. We're exchanging Cash App information. Congratulations.
Oh, flip, right? Flip? Oh, yeah. It's 25 flip, guys. Yellow.
Which I don't take anything out.
25 flip, 25. Everybody up 25, 25? Alright, this is it. This is the one. Was it yours? Yeah.
So that's a bomb pot. Now we're doing a flip, $25 flip.
I'm already dominated. I'm not good at this game.
You're already dominated.
Yeah, I see one card only and it beats me.
Yeah. Everybody scan their card first, right?
I don't have any outs. Maybe I have like a 3 and it'll come like ace, deuce, 5 of like clubs. And now ace, deuce, 5.
C5.
Should I sweat another or should we just do hey.
Good.
Don't fuck up my mojo.
Mojo has been fucked.
Yes!
Last time
Go.
you had a set. Well, you might have a set.
Should I sweat another? Should I sweat another?
Well, that was just flip. I know, hold on.
He's doing
Man, what do we have here? We got so much going on.
You got me.
Jack 10 one time, please, with Dory. With Broadway. Or almost Broadway.
Come on, Jack.
Dory wins a hand. Congratulations, Dory.
Dory wins.
These are big stacks, guys. I mean, look at the stack sizes now. For the entire table.
Oh, table flop.
Kings and
Damn, oh my goodness.
Max got $2,300. This is a 1-3-1000 game.
You said it.
I mean, these stack sizes rival a lot of other places. If you want to come down to Peaks and play some massive pots at 1-3, come on down. It's going and it's hot. Max winning so far 1382. Only 3 winners and everybody else is a loser. So all that money is going up top. Action G's in for $1,000, but he's got that doctor money, so it doesn't really matter. He's gonna go and start crushing souls pretty soon. I feel like Action G just needs a little more time to understand the table a little bit, and it's gonna be a heck of a game.
You're terrified.
Yeah. Alright, Max, first is $3. I'll always leave. Close 3. It's gonna be the last 30 minutes, guys, alright? So,
Should we play?
so no more tanking.
What time did we start?
please.
9:30, 9:45 will be in. Bro, another.
Yeah.
Raise to 20.
Yeah, because nobody knows how to run an action strategy.
Call 20. Call 20.
Zeal raises to 20 with pair of pocket queens and spikes a set. How many sets have we seen tonight? Hogan's got top pair with a really crappy kicker. He might dust off some money over here to Zeal.
Check.
Joe just kind of got away with ace-9. Joe's probably kicking himself, but little does he know he actually saved some money there with an ace. Hogan's going to go ahead and lead and rep that he has ace-queen or jack-10. And Zeal probably going to just let him
35.
see what a raise feels like. It's a min raise here, 35 to call. And he's got the nip button. And Hogan just asked, how much do you have left, buddy?
No, it's 4 net buttons. Yes, one.
It's a min raise.
I see what you're doing.
And Hogan folds to a min raise and gets shown a set. Remember, Hogan's VPIP is pretty low. So Hogan is one of the tighter players at the table.
He said to me, I need one of your queens to come. I go,
Thank you. Alright, what game? PLO. Double board. $10. Yeah, almost. Capital.
Nate fell asleep. Come on, man.
Well, let's just
Did
do
that?
extended.
Did Brad VPIP go up? Let's see. Bluff Daddy's VPIP is still at the very, very bottom. If we're playing the VPIP game, Brad would owe a lot of money.
Why would you get
The VPIP game is something where you
Alright, fine. Unlimited.
lowest person with VPIP pays the highest person VPIP.
No cap. What is it? Tell me.
Pillow, no more, no limit. $15.
No cap.
Uncapped,
No
uncapped.
cap. We can go no limit and just
I got
fucking
no
bomb
limit.
it.
I got no
It's
limit.
PLO, so it's pot limit, but there's no cap.
He said, and then he added no
I'm sorry, I
limit.
just wanted to say that.
He added no limit to the back.
He did no cap, not no limit.
Oh man, if I lose this, my wings gonna be cold. It's gonna be a sad day.
All right, guys, this is for everybody. Advice. When you flop a set, how much is appropriate to bet? Do you consider the pot size of your stack? Depends. That's what I say. But feel free to comment if you're in comment. I'll tell you what I think. And it really depends. It depends on board texture. Like if you flop a set on the bottom board of this Omaha with 8-9 Queen 9, 8 Queen 9. That's a pretty textured board. I don't think I'm getting it all in, but my SPR for shoving on the turn is pretty high when I've got a set. But I'm not betting for value with the set. I'm more trapping an aggressor. It really depends. Was he aggressive pre-flop?
Oh man. Not again.
But yeah, you want to bet enough to probably get your stack in. In most cases, in cash games. Now, if you're super, super deep, you're 20, 30 bigs, it makes the game a little bit different, but it's pretty rare. Dory has a boat both ways. Mac also has a boat. Yeah, do not pot a set in PLO. You're absolutely right.
Pretty sure I'm good. I got all the fours and all the fives.
It's a monster hand. They both pot it. They both get it all in.
I'm all in too. I got them. All right, I'm all
Pocket
in
eights.
too. I got the eight.
Oh.
The only way Dory can win here
All
is
in.
if
All in. Both of us
she
are.
rivers
And we're
fifth
gonna
eight
top because I
on
got
top.
ace and he's got-
All four
Otherwise,
fives.
she's going to split it with Mac, and they pretty much got it all in. That would have been a monster hand. Each of them, the pot's $2,383, but they both only won $15.
Maybe I could get it. That's what I was thinking.
Mac would have been up almost $4,000 if he
I
just
got all the fours and all the fives.
Should be good on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was like,
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Look at my hand. I have aces to go all in.
okay, I got you.
Thank you, guys. I feel like these were useless. Action G. Out.
Yeah, it was.
Raising out.
I might be on a, I don't know,
Make it
maybe
30.
I'm on a tear.
All right, let's look at some stats.
Maybe.
I wonder if I'm starting either.
Stack sizes.
I could be. Oh, look.
We got some monster stacks at peaks right now. 24-38 from Mac. It's going to be a really, really good night for Mac. Takes this down.
I'm sorry, people at home.
He holds all night. It'll be good. I think I'd book a win here. We've got two knit buttons left, Action G and Jeho. Jeho stepped away, so if Action G can make a play on this five, Jeho's going to owe $50 to the net game.
Damn it.
That's why you put it in front of you.
I know, I put it right.
Looks like Dory also has a knit butt. You remember she won with that monster bluff. And,
And I forgot to put my knit button
she's
and I
not
won
sure.
because
Hang on.
racing and nobody, we didn't say
Gee, did you see my cards at least?
no, I didn't because
Jeho has ace king here, and he might get rid of his knit button.
I'm
Dory can't let him do that. And Mac,
that was terrible.
suited connectors, baby. Let's go. Action G lets his hand go with ace deuce. He's the last of the three holding a nit button.
Oh,
Hogan with 6-5 off.
Say the F word
Pretty
out
live
loud
cards.
really loud. I hope there's no children
8-9. Mac flops one pair. And I think this is the hand that Joe's going to commit himself to. And he folds. But Mac might look him up. Pretty light here. A 7 gives Mac a straight, but he decides to keep his winnings here. And now Hogan's got to figure out if a 7 is going to be good for him. And shows a bluff, ace king. Gets rid of his nit, and he's happy not to pay the $50. Poker plays the only people that will bet 150, not play, not pay $50. Is Dory new or a regular? She's new to the stream. This is her second stream game on a Tuesday, but she's a regular here.
That's the gambling mentality.
People bet thousands to win hundreds.
I know, that's why I was like,
Yeah, sports betting, I know.
Makes no sense to me.
don't coach at this table, let him do it.
Hey, that was. If I didn't have, I should have played that. I played that.
Ace king, you play.
Does Brad earn those chips or buy those chips?
Yo, can we get a V-tip update? What my V-tip looking like? I just don't want to be at the bottom. No, mine has to be
What's
like.
that? He said 16%.
$6 betting.
No way.
Zeal raises to $6, the min raise
$6 raise.
with 5s here, and no one puts another raise in. So we've got a lot of limping going on.
Please, please. You get rid of it for me, I'll be okay with it. I guess I am a nit if I didn't call 6 with napkins.
Zeal hits a gut shot,
Sneaky.
and Hogan's the only one that bets the 3, thinking that no one else has a pair here. Mariachi Mike has top pair, and Zeal easily folds the 5s. Would you not want to see one more card with a 5? The queen slows everybody down.
Yeah, I remember that part. Exactly. But that's
I don't think Mariachi Mike is going to fold here at all. He's got that face of I'm not folding to you.
Same here. We're the nits.
Once a heart comes out.
I'm okay with it.
Hogan bets 100, and Mariachi Mike's got to find a call button here. Doesn't want to look stupid on stream, but I believe he's going to get looked up. It's a $250 pot. It's a $150 pot, but then Hogan bet 100, so.
Money saved is money.
Oh, wow. That's a tough fold, but he lets it go. And he shows the 3 deuce. Not even a nit, but he just showed the 3 deuce. Victory says, hey, where is the villain, our villain, and Chase tonight? Chase couldn't make it tonight, and our villain opted not to play tonight. I think he's got a different game he's one play at tonight, so good luck to them where they're at. But we love having Chase. We love having our villain. Those two are highly aggressive and very fun to watch. And Nate says, Dory owns the place. She does. Technically, she does own the place.
Best dress gets $500.
From who?
Shaun.
Oh,
Shaun's game.
okay, well.
It's on Thursday. That's Battle Day.
Action G 3 bets with 7 deuce suited. He wants to get rid of that knit button so fast.
Never heard of those. Those are the ones that like snipers use?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We used to do that for game back in the day.
You used to name Shaun did?
And Dory's the only one left with a knit button.
I see.
Yeah, right. Mac folded suited cards. That's hilarious, Geraldo. Absolutely right and hilarious. There's 2 callers there. So 7 deuce does not get through. What's going to happen here? to action G. All diamond flop. The only person with the diamond is Dorian. She's got the second nut diamond. Hogan has top pair. Dory's going to go ahead and lead here. So now, if Dory wins this hand, she's going to get rid of the nit, and action G has to pay. Can Hogan find a fold? Dory's only got 12 outs, which seems like a lot, but it's pretty much a coin flip here. Yeah, and right, and Mac would have flopped the nut, the flush, the diamond flush too, Geraldo. It's pretty wild, right? So Mac was running really, really well, and not full and folding seated cards. But would he have called another raise here for 70? I'm not sure he would have done that with those cards. Hogan's got to figure out: is she on the flush draw or is she have a flush? That turn is terrible because it brings in a straight draw too. Dory's never getting out of his hand. Hogan, you've got to put it all in if you're going to win this, unless a diamond comes out. And Dory's got to make another bet here, but a check is not going to do it. And Hogan makes the right play. He does make a bet. Dory cannot back raise on him. No. Just missed. She's absolutely upset. It just missed. And Brad throws the button at him and has to show. He has to show his hand. He does show the best hand. Dory was happy about it, but it was forced to show that hand. So Hogan takes down a pretty big pot. Just a real shame there that Dory did not spike them. There's a lot of flaws there.
I looked over and I was like, yeah, she does have a thought she had diamonds.
Well, I
What's the
had
code
one.
for the diamond you bet 200 on the flop?
I have that in the street one. Just bragged about beating him.
Action G calls that 20. Hulk Hogan's got to call the 17. Action G does flop a queen here. So if he wins this hand, again, he gets rid of the net and saves $50. And he's on the button too, so he's got a pretty good spot to be in. Mariachi Mike is trying to get that gut shot. Oh, now he's got open-ended. But actually, he's holding that club. I don't think that Mariachi Mike is going to fold here. You know, he's going to try to spike that river. And then changes no real change. Action G can just check here for the win. Just shows his hand. Yep. Dory has to pay the splash. Dory's paid twice. She's lost $100 in the knit game here, guys. The knit game can be brutal if you lose every single knit game. So they're going to play this out. Action G's back in it, boys.
Go good, because I do it so much.
What time is it?
So one less exam he's got to have tomorrow. So congratulations. Probably donate to some homeless veterans out there as well. Max at 14-12, boys and girls, 14-12.
Alright guys, 50 in the middle.
Oh, you bet big. Did you ever flop something?
Huh?
Were you talking about this hand or the
Yeah.
bigger hand?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna see that one.
50
No,
in
I
the middle,
meant
$3
the
to
one,
play.
the
Jail.
2 times that I could have gotten
Justin
rid of
Hall.
it, and I didn't.
Raise,
I'm not
20.
good at that.
You think if
Justin,
you go all in,
game
you fold?
card?
Huh?
You think if you go all in, you fold?
$20 out.
On the turn, this hand?
Out.
He said I had a lot.
Plus 20.
I mean, I have almost 800.
Hyperinflation. Hyperinflation.
$20.
I should have.
Jeho was initial raiser with queen 10 here, and he flops the queen.
$20. Ouch.
Alright, full players.
Looks like going to be easy folds all the way around. I don't think Dory's going to
Yeah.
make the call. She's not even going to chase her $50 that she has in there.
That's 75.
Jake has knitted it up since he's gotten a stack. I don't think he's going to make this call here either. Just Hollywood for the camera. And Jeho takes down a pot plus Dory's $50. Beautiful tip to the dealer. Thank you very much. It goes into the Starving Actor Fund for Vince. Remember, he's going to... I'm not sure what Marvel movie he's going to be in again, but make sure you come down and ask him about it. I'll be happy to tell you all about it. What's the most you guys have ever been stuck for? You know, Geraldo's saying Action G is down my rent, but what's the most, anonymously, no one really knows you on here, this is probably not your real name, but what's the most you've ever lost in a poker session, in one session, straight? I'd love to know. I've lost 5 figures, I think, straight. I think one night was a $22,000 night back in Atlanta, playing against some well-known rappers that you guys would know. No Diddy, but some rappers back in 2004. It's a long time ago, about 20 years ago. So that was a really rough night. I mean, those nights that you want to just jump off a bridge, those kind of nights that just nothing was going right for you. But we were playing pretty big back then. We were playing 5-10, 5-10, 25 on the button. Bluff Daddy shows the king. Mariachi Mike 9 deuce off. And folds. 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 Oh my gosh, just folds. And Mariachi Mike shows the bluff. Oh my gosh, Brad, what are you doing right now?
Oh man. Okay, Mike. Big Mike. Whoa.
Peaks is in the chat. What's up, Peaks? Peaks says Diddy Party. I'm not sure if you're inviting or if you're just mentioning it.
Just $10 double board bomb pot. 3 up and out.
$10 double board bomb pot.
Nice. Snuck it in.
$10
Bluff Daddy is getting bluffed. Maybe that's why we're calling him Bluff Daddy, because he gets bluffed.
300 cap.
What's going on? Brad, what are you doing? This is not like... Listen, Brad's a great player, and this is not like Brad to be getting owned so hard.
5 and 6.
Brad's like a Subaru, a used Subaru in Colorado right now. Holy cow, just getting owned.
9 players. Checks the door. Okay.
We'll check.
Jack of 12, deuce of 12, 7 of diamonds.
A lot of queens on that board, and Dory has the queen.
90 in there.
Jake has Jack 7, and he folds 2 pair. And Action G has flopped a boat. So will the boat versus queen hold? He did pick Mariachi Mike off with the ace high. You're right about that. Did the rappers you play with Diddy Party? No, it was I don't know if I can even mention their names, guys, because they're still relevant. But It was in Midtown Atlanta in a high rise. I've played with them for years to this point.
Nice playing with you.
That night was just a bad night. It was fun overall. To keep it, Geraldo's giving me some information on P Diddy. I don't think he's spelling with a U, man. All right, so we've got boat on the bottom. So what do we have on top? Never fold to a guy named Mariachi Mike on Taco Tuesday. You're probably right. Max got the flush on top. And Action G holds the boat on bottom. 210 to call. Will Action G call? Oh, Max got a boat on the bottom and a flush on top. And Max about to scoop a monster pot, guys. Action G can't fold here. He does. He opts to fold, and Max scoops a monster pot with that turned ace. Scoops a monster pot with that turned ace. Oh my gosh, Bob, you are getting paid. Shout out to Atlanta. You're right. I can't mention their names. I appreciate you, Nate, for understanding. I would never mention their names. Would never do that.
You won like 3 big hands or like double board palm pot. All your big hands were on this game.
You let me know when I do something illegal.
But Atlanta has some underground games back in the day. They still do now. There's some pretty fun, enjoyable games. But, you know, that's the best thing about coming to Peaks. You don't have to play the underground stuff. You could safely play a game that is legal to play in poker or in Dallas. A social game. Good job, Mac. What has he got so far? Everybody cheer for Bob because we're going to give away this money to Bob, man. That's what it was, Yoshi. Vince is the stun double for Shang-Chi. I wasn't sure what he's doing, but you're right. I think that's what it was. He mentioned that a while back. Pretty excited about that. Hulk Hogan 3-bets to 70 with Queen Jack. And Action G just folds, open folds a pocket pair. Mariachi Mike plays the 7-5. He's in position against Mariachi Mike here. There's 2 clubs on that flop. And Hulk Hogan flops open-ended. Turns a pair, and he's still open-ended. So Hulk is probably going to put a little bet in, and Mariachi Mike easily folds. So let's see where all the winnings are at. Max at 1874, guys.
Playing for like a tiny bit longer.
Bob's going to win $94 so far. As long as Mac does not take a bad beat between now and the end of the stream. Vince is the stunt double for Shang-Chi. I could see it, actually. I mean, I really could see it.
You guys can play after the stream. You guys stream at the 10 minutes. So if you guys want to play, he's going to play. He's going to play. Yeah, raise to 30. 30.
I know.
They're both holding 10s here, and Hulk has open-ended again. Maybe this time he'll actually hit. He's got to have Jake hit 2 pair, and if he does, he's getting paid against Jake's 2 pair here. Jake went ahead and let out for 30. Not in position either. And Hulk makes a pretty easy call. Oh, man. That turn is a brutal. Now, only the 9. Save Jake here for Hulk, and it doesn't. It misses. It's an easy, cheap way to get out here, Hulk. Good job not hitting your ace.
I thought you had quads too. I was like,
Not turn this into a bluff. Makes no sense.
So much of the top board, I mean,
Just take the win, buddy.
fives,
yeah.
virtually the only thing that beat me on the top
Yeah.
board.
Well, and I knew that,
If you were locked on the bottom board, I should be safe.
Just
right, and having quads, it's not like I.
You need
had any
folds.
outs. I mean, there were no more
shows the
aces
ace
there.
and folds.
Oh,
Did you take the cup holder with it?
well, there's one.
Yeah.
Oh, they put those in my house. You're supposed to take it. Yeah. You can use this one.
Mac has still not pre-flop raised at all this game. How wild is that, guys?
Mac, if you don't have enough room, you can punt some over here.
Mariachi Mike is aggressive. He's been the most aggressive player here. Mac's been the least aggressive, and he's been the most got the most hands or the most winnings here. Mac's got suited connectors again, guys. What do you think he's gonna do?
You still gonna play after stream? You going home after stream?
He's not gonna raise it, obviously, but he's gonna definitely call it. Or he's got suited connectors as well, and so does Bluff Daddy. See how much Bluff Daddy's gonna get bluffed this hand. Action G calls with a 6-4 off, and so does Mariachi Mike with a 7-4 off. Oh wow, Dory has a monster flop here. She's got flush draw top pair. Bluff Daddy is not getting bluffed again, I'll tell you that right now. He quickly calls. Everybody else folds. Queen on the turn.
No.
Goes check, check. It's on the river, so it's going to be a chop here.
I wouldn't remember to put it in anyway.
Mariachi Mike folds the worst hand, and Bluff Daddy shows a chop hand there. So Bluff Daddy did not get bluffed. Dory, I think, could have had the opportunity to steal it twice. Both the turn and the river.
Well,
You were behind until the river.
huh?
Ethan, you still playing after stream?
Why did I think about that?
Mike?
Yeah.
It depends on wisdom.
We've got a lot of stacks on the table, a lot of money on the table being passed around.
Well, I'm leaving.
If you're nearby, coming on down to Peaks, say hello.
Over there, I don't know.
What some of our favorite players that you see on stream, get to play with them live in person.
Oh, he's probably doing fine.
I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold as hell.
No, seriously, she's got it. She's got it.
He doesn't play in the show.
My husband?
Mariachi Mike raises to
He has
100
friends,
with Ace King.
but
It should get around. Dory might be the only person that calls in.
So, we don't
Come on,
play
Mike.
cash at all. We play tournaments, so, you know,
Oh.
I'm calling.
Thank you, Dory.
You're welcome.
She shows the bluff to Mike. Mike makes no reaction at all. Doesn't care. See, I think females can use that edge, right? Like, they have the... Oh, man, I hate to say it. It sounds sexist, but...
Even if it's wrong.
I'm not saying it because I'm sexist. Because female poker players have a... If you're an aggressive female poker player, you're going to win a lot of percent of the time. I promise you. Because you always have it. They always believe you. And it's awesome. Makes me want to wish I was a girl sometimes. Because your image is just amazing.
That's a pretty hand pre-flop. I couldn't flop it.
Mariachi Mike raises again, or calls the 10 straddle from Hulk Hogan. Hulk says there's not enough action.
I mean, Mac was out of the hand, so I had a chance.
You can write a whole book on that.
I tell you.
Wheel cards comes out, and Action G actually flops 2 pair and doesn't bet. Now he's letting the diamond flush draw come in. Doesn't know that no one has it, but still, it just lets him come in. when he has 2 pair or better, he just check the river. So he tries to get little to no value almost out of every hand. So it's a little. I mean, if you want my advice, I think it's not optimal play that he's playing here. When you've got the best hand, you're making as little value as possible. When you have the worst hand, you're putting in big bets. So if you want to be a winning poker player, you want to probably do the opposite of that. But hey, listen, Doogie Howser, you can do whatever you want, buddy.
I know.
Maybe just not poker, but you can do pretty much everything else.
No, I'm saying that I hurt him so bad.
Oh.
There's only like a little bit left.
If you like to drink, coming on Peaks, they've got beer down here. Hulk's VPIP is 66%. Mac raises pocket jacks 128. It's probably gonna get folded around. Dory might look him up. She does look him up.
Did you see that I just played a little bit of that?
Dory's not gonna let Mac run over her. She flopped the set. She's getting paid. 4, 6, 7. She flops open ended. Mac's gonna stick it all in, and Dory might just call here. And Dory's gonna have to chat to herself a little bit about what's going on. And she's not happy. And Mac's gonna talk her out of whatever hand she has.
So close to just bluffing off my entire stack, or not bluffing and punting.
If she does call, they're probably gonna run it a couple times. She doesn't like the situation she's in, but she's gonna have to call. I believe she's gonna have to call.
You know what? I can't lose any more than
She does call all in.
475 or whatever you know what? I call.
She shows pocket fours. They're gonna run it one time, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got what he
She hits the straight on the turn. Oh my gosh, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now, guys? Why does it come down to this? Why does it come down to Mac losing? This is freaking rigged, bro. I can't even. What the hell? What the heck is going on?
I know. I don't think I've won very many.
This is just like last week, where Mac gets it in good, and then gets freaking turned or rivered. Dory doubles up through Mac, $700 on a straight. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. Bob, I am so sorry. What the heck is going on? And that was the second to last hand. This is crazy. This is the second stream it's happened on, and Mac has played pretty much perfect poker. He bluffed when he needed to bluff, and he freaking called and raised and everything else. Come on. Mac is still at 1863 with that hand. So we'll get it all at the end of the night. This hand might change. Hopefully Mac doubles through again and wins a pretty big hand. And absolutely no emotion from Mac. I would be a little bit. I rolled a little bit. Dory only wanted to run it once, which is fine. She's way behind. But man, that was tough.
You need a social media manager? I can help. I got a whole team.
10. Oh, really?
Yeah. 10. I should
I don't. First of all, I am so happy to say that
And the chat is going wild, guys. This is crazy.
Shaun's crazy.
I give him
That was pretty sick, guys. Pretty sick.
Oh,
Dory might win this hand again.
for this.
Oh, Dory might win another hand, not this hand, but win another hand.
Check. Check it. Check. Check. That's 25. Out. 25. Call.
He just does this thing, so.
Jake looks like he's gonna scoop. He's got quad fives.
Call. Four players.
And a flush draw, but the flush doesn't make. Action G has the king. But Dory has ace king.
Check.
Mac has nothing,
That's 7.
but he's looking for any way to beat Dory. Let's do it.
Hold on.
I bet you can guess what he's gonna do.
Jake puts another bet in.
Out. Call.
Oh, I'll play this hand soft.
25 from 300 and 300.
$525 to call. Dory shows the ace king. Jake shows the quads.
I call.
Call 600. Out. Alright, Shaun.
Well, you don't have those quads, because I got one.
King queen on the bottom, top, quad 5. Chop this up.
Oh my god, that was fun.
Wow, what a night. What an absolute night, guys.
I had to think for a minute. I'm like,
Whew. Man, godly. If Mac would have stacked Dory on that second to last hand,
Give me one more hand.
one more, same thing.
This is gonna be a bomb pot. Last bomb pot. Last one of the night.
All right.
I guess, right? It's a regular bomb pot, right?
I'm gonna have to tell everybody
This one's 300 caps.
wow. I'm just kind of speechless about what happened.
Unless the whole table.
It just doesn't.
Anybody objects?
I mean, I get it. I get why Dory put it in, but man, what a run out. That's poker.
Yeah, let's do this.
Don't you hate it when people say that when you lose? That's poker. I think the two things that you could do to me that would absolutely piss me off is that's poker and slow roll. When you have the winning hand, you know you have the winning hand, you flip it over. Extremely slow.
You're gonna have to make it
Everybody's hand
yourself.
that card?
You could do time spinning on the corner for them.
Oh, okay.
So they're playing two bomb pots.
That's the way your Dallas story had though.
Might have to sell drugs now.
I hope not. That would be terrible.
Pharmaceutical drugs.
Actually, that's a good job.
Action G has two diamonds, and Jake decides to raise it again with a set of fives.
Everybody check to C8.
I'm trying to pursue my career in acting.
That's 25.
Hulk Hogan calls with the four deuce, two pair at top,
I did theater when I was
nothing at the bottom.
Out.
Love you guys.
Bluff Daddy has open-ended
Thank you, Dory.
up top. He decides to fold, and so does Mariachi Mike.
I don't know. I
Action G calls.
play when he needs people and yesterday
Now Action G has two flush draws and top pair at the very top.
Out.
So things have kind of changed a little bit. Or actually, Action G has ace against a flush draw, and Hulk Hogan's got to figure out if he's good here or not.
Yo, Mac, you have a book like I could buy?
I don't know how he would be good. He thinks 4-2 is good, which two pair is usually good, but not usually on the turn.
Yo, this is when we do a shout out.
Two pair gets completely counterfeited, and fives make them both.
stood up more.
What was the last bet?
Action G has the best hand with aces and kings. Doesn't know it, I don't believe. And he calls 55. Hulk Hogan calls 55 as well. Aces and kings at top. Hulk is the big loser tonight. And let's look at these win percentages, guys. because that hand doesn't matter.
See him.
Flush.
All that matters is how much are we going to give away
Diamonds on the top, ace
of
high
max
queens on
stack.
top, bottom one, I see aces and
Oh my
nines.
god, 1138. I mean,
Fives full.
yes, you'd be happy about it, but man, it was way better before.
Fives full in the bottom and ace high flush. You gotta beat.
Don't give me that. How do you give me that? On both those boards and I brick out. And then you give me
5640. So we're going to send
Yeah.
Bob $56, and I will make sure that excuse me, sorry about the piece. I'll make sure that Peaks knows, Bob, your information, and we will send that over to you right away. Thank you everyone for watching the stream tonight. Again, it's sponsored by ASI Social, giving away 5%. We'll give away 5% next week. We'll see if Peaks wants to give away some more time next week as well. Thank you for everybody who played on the stream, and thanks for being part of the stream. Really appreciate you guys. Had a blast. See you guys next week. ASI Social and Peaks on Tuesdays. Shaun's 1-3. No Limit DC.
I feel like that was some good TV, right? I got my glasses.
I'm Shaun. I'm your host. We'll see you guys next week.
Pretty fun, right?
Yo, we need to get mics next time.
I live stream video games, but it's nothing.
For you, it's nothing. But for them, it's
What?
Huh? Worse?
One of the worst.
For you, it's like I said.
Yo, I was.
It's too small for you.
I had 3 minutes. Not that small. You call me a miss. I was
But this is like recreation.
And I go back and
But I
watch
also
the
made some
stream,
hero
and
polls.
the leader ran by a smartphone and said, King Deuce.
Oh, you
So
could
Shaun's
say
like, Shaun in the booth is like,
It didn't show?
he's fucking doing King Deuce.
Oh.
I was like, I had to go talk about the brand. I swear I have to make sure they see that.
Oh, so Shaun was looking at all the other ones?
No, he put me in a pretty gross spot.
Yeah, he's this is working out.
That's good. I shouldn't have called Mac with pocket aces or like a flush draw and a straight draw. The straight hit, but he had a higher straight. I don't know. No, I don't regret that. $400? No, that was an angle, bro. You said it was 300 cap, and then next thing you know, River comes, he shows a 4. And then fucking raises 100. But I'm not folding with extra 100, I guess, right?
You're not supposed to put in 400 first of all.
Well, I didn't think it was gonna be 400.
All you had was aces, and you had nothing.
I had a flush draw and a straight draw.
Yeah, but you're gambling to win
I
$40
know.
is what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you.
he bluffed me last time. I caught a bluff from him, so I had.
But again, there's no dead money. There's only $40 in
Yeah,
it. So
that
you want to bluff,
was
let him
stupid. That
bluff.
was stupid as hell. I'm
You know what I'm
up
saying?
right now.
What'd you say?
You can't.
To the point,
That's
no.
why I don't play these bump
Nice
It's
one,
pointless.
nice one.
No, I
Should've
haven't
folded,
that's
bro.
why I bet.
Because look, if you do hit your flush,
Nice one,
you
though.
put in 400 to chop,
Rematch it?
basically, right?
Yeah.
I'm part
So
of
it's
production,
pointless,
so I
right?
make sure that the
Because you
chip
gotta
counts
have,
right.
you gotta know
Cards
that
I'll put
he
out
has
right,
something on the
but
other.
I can't see the
You
players.
gotta have one of the boards, right?
Yeah, what can I eat?
I can check.
Why not?
You didn't eat yet?
No, bro.
You want me to microwave it? There's a microwave there.
I don't know if it's microwavable, bro.
Oh,
The
that.
plastic.
I don't know, man.
Man, this shit was $40, bro.
About 1,000.
No, I can eat it cold.
Oh,
You want me to microwave it? I'll microwave it.
No, it's in a plastic thing. I
Yeah,
don't
but
want.
like 1 minute.
I don't want to catch cancer, bro.
me too.
I want to catch cancer.
Second table we're gonna be open.
Yeah, I think they're doing a second table. I'm not sure.
At the beginning, I was looking good, bro.
What do you need?
Okay.
Here, you should put these in the back so that way.
I didn't lose a Nick game the whole day.
Want to put those in the back?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait, someone's glasses? Yeah, someone's glasses.
Oh, I got a clock right now.
Just leave everything there.
I'm gonna take all these right now.
Damn, bro. I had all my fans watching me, bro.
Yo,
I had all my fans hit me up.
I think it's Gitan's friends or whatever. They're all shitting on him. And
Oh,
shit.
really?
He was your friend?
Actually?
They're like, yo, that guy don't have money to play. He owes me $100. I was reading it. I was like, oh my god.
They're just trolling.